go ahead and shut that down. Then we come here. Yeah, sounds good, Who's. Who's, if you could join in just for a moment, into a call with me. No. Trying to get my chat to not be dumb. Okay. I'm in the temp server, Who's. If you could join in with me real quick. I just want to make sure your camera is all good and set, ready to go. If you're cool with that. I appreciate you. I appreciate it big time. By the way, this is my nicest shirt. It's not a tux like Hooser has, but it is my nicest shirt, so I'm happy with it. I like this shirt. There we go. Now serious, this is working. It wasn't working earlier when I tried to do it, but it's working now. About hotspotting from the cell phone like the Sumerians once did. Oh my god, Rambler. I'm sorry your internet is being wonky on you, man. That's rough. $20, y'all. 20 minutes. Yo, what's up? I just need you to share your face cam for like 2 seconds. Show non-video. There we go. Okay, got your face up. Y is... There we go. Transform, edit transformation. Okay. All right. That looks great. All right. I am going to have to go into Gustav's stream real quick. Okay.
Boah, einfach daneben gezielt. Guck, ich kann doch zugeben, dass ich mal was scheiße.
Oh, Twingo war so low gerade, 100%.
Crazy. Aber ich bin jetzt, guck mal, ich bin irgendwie drauf auf Crack Cocaine oder so. Entschuldigung, was? Ja, weil ich bin jetzt...
Okay, we are, I believe, good on every screen. Dino is set there. Dino is set there.
Wie lange braucht die Waffel?
Waffel. Geil, Mann.
Ey, viel Erfolg bei deinem Tourney da jetzt. Oder was
Yo,
ist das?
thank you very much, bro.
Gibt's da was zu gewinnen oder ist das einfach nur zum Challengen?
It's
Who's? Can you talk real quick? Mm. Okay, say something again.
Something again.
Okay, and again,
Something again.
and
Rando
one more
race
time.
to
Okay,
Rio.
we're good.
I'm just gonna keep talking.
Yep, we're good.
Talking.
We are good.
I'm talking.
I said we're good. Let me go ahead and change the stream title in the game. Rando-Ring.
I'm warped as shit. Ginge, I look like
Hello, guys.
Okay, let me fix you.
you instead of cropping me in, you just shrunk my camera. You didn't crop it. You just shrunk me in. Like, look how skinny I look. Oh, yeah, there you go. Also, can you do me a favor and flip my camera? Because it's really weird seeing myself this way.
Flipped horizontal. There you go.
I know, I'm very needy. Hello, Gustav and Sirius.
What's up, Gustav? What's up, Sirius?
Hello.
Welcome in, gamers. How are you today?
I'm good.
Are you ready to rumble?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired too, but also I'm hyped.
Yeah, you've been going for a little while now.
Yeah, I was feeling tired, but now I have my like second wind. I hope it lasts for like 2 hours.
Give me some of that energy. I need it.
Play some Call of Duty. Please don't.
That game is 80 euros. I won't.
No, don't do
80 euros?
I think it is. Yeah, right?
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a full price.
It's more
80
than full
euros is
price.
full price? That's like, that's
Hey.
full price plus DLC as far as I'm concerned.
Full price is normally
I
70.
don't think it's 80 euros in PC, but full price for consoles, that's normal, yeah.
I guess
Isn't it 70 euros? No, normal full price?
I don't
I'm-
think anymore.
I'm a
Maybe it's-
filthy red-blooded American, so I only speak in freedom units. I don't know what a euro is.
Euro is a little bit more than $1. It's like
Yeah,
on the
Like a
dollar,
little
it's like
bit
10
more.
cents.
yeah. It's $69.99 or $70 US, which is games are
But is
usually
it
like
with
60.
taxes?
Whatever
Because it-
Steam's tax. Yeah, taxes aren't like there's gonna be a few additional fees included, so it'll end up being like
Yeah, 80 is
73 or
already with
74 or
taxes.
whatever.
We don't
Yeah.
scam people.
Yeah, we don't scam people.
That's called marketing.
Oh, I
It's
hate it
really
so
not.
much. Every time I'm in the US, I hate it.
Bro, every time you want to buy something, you
Okay.
have to do math. That sounds like a German thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
And the trick is we don't teach math well in schools.
Oh, that's how it works. That's why it's marketing.
That's why you always use credit cards with like 7 or 8% interest rates, right?
Yeah.
No one tells you.
Yeah. Is Dining
It's way
Dino
more than
live
7 or 8%.
yet?
I
No.
mean, if you
Is
pay
it?
it off. Oh yeah, it's like 15. I mean, if you pay it, I use a credit card, but I never miss a payment, and it's
Yeah.
very nice. But like most people are not. They're just like, ooh, free money because it's just on this card, and
Yes, Dino, if you
credit
can,
card.
please. That's the way I've set it up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's-
if need
it's
be, I
honestly-
can, but I would prefer Twitch.
What? Oh, we're not talking about credit cards anymore.
Oh, he was talking to Dino, yeah.
Yeah, Dino, it'll take a little bit of finagling, but I can do it if you'd prefer Discord. I'll have to fix Hoozer's face again.
Twitch would be a hell of a lot easier. than
It would
Insta.
be a lot easier because I've already got you fully set up for Twitch.
Can one of you please beat Dino? So I don't have to
Why is he good?
Easy. Oh, I don't know.
Dino and I, we finished first and second, and then second and first, and I ended up. The total difference between our time was 36 seconds between the two seeds.
Damn.
Yeah,
alright.
these settings
Between
suck.
the two total difference.
It's total RNG who wins.
How
There
is
is
that?
like a
Not
meta.
totally.
There's definitely like a meta to it. If
Yeah,
you're
but
privy to it, yeah. I get your
Yeah,
point.
for me
though.
it's like my first round was horrible and the second round was good. Like, and I don't feel I played that much different. Just didn't find anything.
yeah, if you, it depends on where the grade ones are. They might be at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great Runes
But
is
not
going to
power is
determine
like,
a
you
lot
have
here.
to, right?
Yeah, I will say typically like it's best to like I kind of do a route where I try to just like rush shard bearers. So I'll go set up my car, then I'll do the 2 checks in Kaled, then kill like the Feroth and imbued key, then I'll kill Radon, or then I'll do Makar, then I'll kill
Yeah.
Radon. After that, make my way into Academy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like that's like a normal starting route. But if you find like only one grade runes until like after Academy, you like kind of okay. Now it's getting to the RNG part.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when it. Yeah, if it's not along like the 5 shard bearers route, which to be fair, it traditionally is. You are correct. That's when it gets into RNG a little bit.
I mean, in all of these races, I never had like 4 grade runes when I came to Lanedale for the first time.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have.
I mean 2, not 4.
Oh, 2. Yeah, I was gonna say 4 is like a lot. Like you're asking for a lot there, serious.
Yeah. Like I always have to go back and find some to get into Lanedale.
And Dino is live. It is like super early in the morning though for him, guys. So you probably will not be able to hear his voice in this, because yeah, he's
it's
in
like-
Australian
It's
time.
like
and it's like
5 a.m. for
Yeah,
him, or 4
yeah.
a.m. or something.
He asked for this time. He was the one
he
who
did. He did.
Yeah. Well, he's very. I mean, Dino has played in a lot of different. Like he played in our bingo league as well. He's very like accommodating. Like we try to work with him as much as he can, but he also understands that he's in a different time zone than
Yeah.
everyone else,
I
and like,
mean,
he works with people. He's
He-
very good about it.
he's down
but
under and he
I feel
knows
for
it.
him. Yeah.
Guys, I think we are pretty much ready to go. I've got the seed on lockdown and set up. I have, this will not be like the qualifiers. I do not know where any great runes are. I don't know where anything is other than the fact that, Moog does not crash. Imbued Key does not crash. Riley Lucaria does not crash. And,
oh, that cost so much time for me. I was just standing there for
Moose
like 10
does not
minutes
crash.
yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know why yours crashed there. That was very strange. Nobody else had that issue. Like, you were literally the only one that crashed there.
I tried to just look there, like look around the corner, zoom somehow in to see the item, but it just didn't work. I was just standing there.
Yeah,
Typically, when you crash though, like it doesn't kill your IGT though. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was
obviously it
trying
sucks
to
IRL.
No, I was standing there and trying to see the item. Like I was trying to look around the corner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Doing the Domo strat.
Yeah, it definitely messed you up on some time. If for some reason something like that happens again, there's not nearly as many screens for me to watch this time. I will be able to catch it, and we can subtract time depending on how much. But it shouldn't happen. Not saying it can't, but it shouldn't. Again, I did test all of these seeds, but things do happen. Dino just got blinded by the light. But so this one's going to be a little bit different. We are not waiting for everybody to finish. So the way that this is going to work is there is one place. That is first. That is all that matters. Anything else, you lose. So what's going to happen is this will still be based off of in-game time. So let's say, for instance, Goosesoft is the first to finish. I will then ask the other 2 players to show their IGT. That way we can determine what their in-game time is and see if they should continue or not. And yeah, so if I ask, that is going to tell the other two that somebody has finished. Depending on how close you are to the end, we'll ask you your IGT.
Also,
All right.
obviously, if you're mid-fight, we're not gonna ask.
Yeah, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
IGT on screen.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that would be preferred if you guys can have live split up with IGT on the screen. If it's not possible, then I
I
understand.
don't worry. Yeah.
Can you give us a seat while we're talking so we can already put that in?
Yes. I can go ahead and send that into the voice call now. All right, it is in the voice call now. Dino's stream seems to be having some issues.
So he's out.
Thank God. It'll work itself out.
424154885, right?
Yes.
He'll work it out. He'll be good.
Oh my god, it's a cat.
Yeah, this is James.
No, I'm James.
child.
I'm not your
He's
child.
also James.
I'm gonna be honest, he looks better than you.
No, I'd take that as a compliment. He's my firstborn son.
Dino, are you working
Aw.
on getting things squared away? Because I'm still having issues seeing.
Why do you wear a
Well-
suit? I just noticed.
For commentary. I also do commentary for Elden Ring Bingo, so
Yes.
it's not my
Where's-
first rodeo.
Yeah, Hooser is the host of Elden Squares Bingo.
Grassroots Bingo.
Yep, we just finished a really awesome tournament there. Then at the end of that, that's when we decided to start Rando. So Dino is back. Awesome.
Gustav, are you doing a challenge where you spin a wheel to tell how you're gonna level the entire time?
Not this time, but yeah, I have to wheel up.
That's awesome.
Not this time. Imagine.
It'd be
in the
like
random
Gino.
race setting.
OBS so exposed.
Gino did a rando race
Yeah.
in Zoodle's League at R1.
Right?
So
because
stupid.
he didn't want to win, and he narrowly won.
We'll confirm everybody's vagabonds, and then we can move on. Dino, do you not have live split? Just yes or no?
He doesn't have live split.
Okay, no worries then. If need be, I will undeafen you and ask you for your IGT if you're not in a boss fight.
Oh, Stormhawk X.
Okay. Gustav and Sirius, you guys do have the same vagabond, so you guys can go ahead and start looking at other classes.
Well,
I
they
will
all suck.
confirm Dino's vagabond as soon as he gets it set up, and then we should be good to go. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, can we have a different seat? These all suck.
What do you mean?
We
It's
what I
alright.
mean, those Stormhawk X. You hate that weapon.
I hate. That's a strong word, man.
Okay. You dislike the weapon.
Yeah. Well, what about poisoned hand? It's oh my god. It's really high in arcane, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need like 28 or something. 17 levels.
My goodness, that would be a very
Yeah.
difficult weapon to get online at the start.
And you already have. Yeah, it is 28. I didn't even lie.
It is 28k. That's incredibly high.
Yeah.
Like 17. What the? Okay. I won't use that.
The Stormhawk X only 2 levels. And the index too.
Damn, there really isn't a good weapon. You're right.
Dino,
Ah.
are you loading up your game? Because I don't see your game on screen yet.
He's looking at spoiler log. Give him a minute.
Yeah. He's a log goblin.
To be honest, we actually need like a file, like a randomizer without spoiler logs. I don't know why that isn't. A
Yeah. I know, right? It's very frustrating. It's not a setting.
Yo,
In-
Beard,
in
thank you for the
Wind Ra-
follow.
In Wind Waker and in Zelda Wind Waker, there's the same thing, but without a spoiler log, it changes the seed.
I wish we
Yeah.
could have it without
in-
spoiler log. That would be amazing.
I also
Yeah.
wish you could change the key item location so that way, like, because I think no
Dino, your
bias would
vagabond
be
is good.
better if you could ensure that like there was nothing at like Melania or something like that. Because
I'm gonna ask Matt if he can do that. Like put in a setting without spoiler logs.
That would be
Because
amazing.
I don't think it should be difficult, right?
yeah,
Honestly, I
I
don't
can't
think it
imagine.
should be. But then again, I know nothing about coding, so
Yeah.
What do you mean? We can do exactly like we want to the settings, don't we? The custom item placement.
No, that it doesn't create a spoiler log. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about the Millennia thing?
yeah.
I mean, if you
Maybe you
don't
can
trust
with custom
anyone, yeah.
item yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't feel like in like Randomania or stuff, it's a problem. But like smaller tournaments, it could actually be a problem,
Well-
especially with a lot of people.
I will say,
Yeah,
the first race was a trap race to catch any cheaters, and nobody cheated. I'm confident that we have noble gamers in here that will
Yeah.
not cheat. So,
What's a trap race?
all the great runes were in Volcano Manor, meaning you had to go there, meaning that if you looked at the spoiler logs, you would have seen, hey, I need to go to Volcano Manor as soon as possible. Not a single person
Mhm.
went there earlier than expected. So,
I was actually thinking about doing that because sometimes I do that very early just to get like a lot of runes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and that's it. But in that scene, I was like, I didn't play the game in a while. I'm not confident with that.
no,
So
obviously
clearly
it's
serious.
not a.
Serious just read the spoiler log. Everything's in Volcano Manor. We all know he's gonna be sending.
Yeah. I'm sending Volcano Mania first.
But yeah,
already.
I trust all of you guys. I don't think anyone here is gonna be a dirty little cheater.
Me too. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying in general.
No,
even
no,
a
for
future
sure,
tournament.
for sure. Especially in a smaller tournament like this, with a lot of people coming in that we didn't know. It was definitely something that could happen, but I trust that most people aren't going to. And so, like, I'm a very trusting person. You break that trust though, and you won't get it back.
I was gonna say you shouldn't be very trusty if you host a tournament.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I did a bit of a trap seed on the first one to catch any
Yeah.
potential cheaters.
Mhm.
But yeah, besides that though, we are thank you, Stocko. Hoosier set it up for me. Guys, if you need anything overlay related, Hoosier's your man.
I'm like not that good
Couldn't
at
have done
but
it
I'll
without
take
him.
it.
Couldn't have done it without him. Don't let him be modest.
Shall we leave like the Discord after we started?
No, I'm going to deafen you guys. And so don't deafen yourself, don't mute yourself, or well, you can mute yourself, but don't deafen yourself, because if I need to say anything, I will be coming in and undeafening you for that purpose.
Can I somehow disable Hoosier's cam?
Yeah,
I
you
won't-
should be able to just stop watching it, right?
I don't know how. Like for streams, yeah, but for that, because I don't want to see him. Too much. I mean, you know what I mean.
No, I hear you.
Oh, disable my cam.
Oh wait.
just-
Oh, I did it. I
Okay.
I
Okay.
figured it out. Cool. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so if you guys are ready, you can hover over finish or click finish and hover over yes. This will be the same rules as the qualifiers. Again, the one major change is that first place will just win it and the other two will move to the losers bracket. You are not completely out of the tournament at that point. This is a double elimination, so you will have one next week. You will face off against two other losers, quote unquote, where you will then be able to determine who gets to go to the preliminary rounds, which there will be a 4-person race in the preliminaries where first and second place will get to move on to the finals. And there, do keep in mind that one person is going to win all their matches and get to the final. They could potentially lose. That is still single elimination. You're done. At that point, the finals is one and done. You're out.
Yep.
Winner will be determined at the finals. This is a 4-week event. This is week 2 in all technicality. So yeah, if you guys are ready, good luck. Have fun. Kick butt.
Someone wrote
And
that down.
what's that?
Nothing.
Okay. I will do a countdown whenever you guys are ready. 3, 2,
luck, guys.
1. Good luck.
Good
Have
luck.
fun.
Make sure to get them deaf and ginger.
Yep, doing that now. All right, they
All
are
right,
officially
ladies and
deafened.
gentlemen, and we are underway. It is the start of Rando-Ring round 1. We have the first place qualifier Dino, the 6th place Sirius, and the 7th place Gustav. The winner will advance. The losers, you need to win 2 matches to advance to the finals.
Yep.
3 people will make it to the finals, so you need to win 2 before you lose 2, basically.
Final match.
And then you were in.
Final match of the losers bracket, you would need first or second place. First
Yep.
and second place will be moving on. That is the only match where second place actually does still matter. All the other matches, it only matters if you're first. If you're not first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last.
I
Say less.
appreciate you, Amanda.
All right, we see all 3 characters starting with the Stormhawk
Yep.
axe. No surprise whatsoever
No.
there.
Amazing weapon. It would have been very surprising to see somebody choose anything other than that.
Now, I don't think you stick with this axe. Also, as we see the zoom out there, that means Scatatree Avatar is in the area.
Yes, he is. You can expect him at either Grail or at the Tree Sentinel.
He could be even farther than that. He could be at, like both.
Can he?
caves.
Gotcha. Oh, even
yeah,
both the cave
range
would
on
render
it.
in
The
this
range
far?
on it is absolutely insane. Yeah, the range is ridiculous.
Gotcha.
When the camera zooms out like that, Stacko, it means Skidoo's around.
Yep. And okay, that is a very good boss to have out of the pool early. We've got Tree Sentinel or Crucible Knight duo out of the seed. There is still potential for them to be duplicated because we did remove 50% of Night Calves, Tree Avatars, Putrid Tree Avatars, and the Bell-Bearing Hunters. So there is still a chance of duplicated bosses, but we haven't run into too many of it, so I don't expect to see that here today, but keep in mind we still can.
Yep, it looks like Gustav like accidentally closed app or something.
Or his game crashed, something. Yeah. He might have done a quit out, but did it slightly wrong.
Yeah.
I've done that many times. All right, let's see what Kale has. I didn't check when Dino went through him. Oh, he gets smacked. Oh, no.
Oh, Siluria, quit out. You gotta roll that, quit out. The donkey's dead. Okay, he got the bell bearing. He's out of there.
He got the bell bearing. That's all that truly matters. But oh man, that was scary. He should have definitely quit out, but he got lucky and got through it.
We can maybe check with Gustav here to see what it has.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because he did not aggro it. So we're gonna go big screen so we can see what Gustav has in the Kale Merchant if he does decide to just not grab the bell bearing.
Boah, ist das nervig. Hallo Kale. Oh, die werden besser. 20
Not
Decks.
seeing anything amazing.
Claws of Night, Unsheathed, Somber 1. Nothing great.
Yep. So one interesting thing with some of these players, Dino in particular, he loves to rush Stormveil Castle as fast as he possibly can. He gets a weapon online and then rushes straight there. You may see an early Kalid from him, and he does typically go through the Celia tunnel skip. So we'll be interested to see what Margit and Godric's bosses are and how just toxic Stormveil Castle can be.
Yeah, we could see Dino go there early. You know, he's gonna get his Stormhawk online. He could get a Somber 1, probably a Somber 2 here in Limgrave. That being said, though, we might see a bit of a more meta route play from Dino here, and just doing a delayed Stormveil. It just it depends. Dino might play this a little bit differently. Coming in as the way that the seeding works out, right? So Dino's like Gustav and Sirius are very, very close, but they are 6th and 7th. So as a result, basically, Dino is up against 2 higher level players, based on the qualifiers, of course, rather than 1. Also, there is like a lot to be considered. Gustav and Sirius are the 2 most unknown of the players in this entire event. Gustav competed in Zoodles, Randomania, and is a very strong player there, but he's
You mean
newer to the
Sirius.
base game settings. Meanwhile, Gustav is a great player himself, but he's a German streamer, so I'm not entirely sure of all of his history. But he literally he rocked up and had 2 very nice performances, and is a great player, and it makes him dangerous, right? When someone's strong and you don't know what they're gonna do, that makes him dangerous.
And keep in mind, he did half of the first seed, and then went and did the second seed, and then went back and finished the second half of the first seed, and still got a very good time in the first seed, even though he had a bit of a mix up there. We did allow him to join the tournament a little bit later than normal. He's purposely dying, or just why was he standing there? Let's check in on him.
Need teleport.
Well, we're
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna
not sure
we're
what
not gonna
happened
be
there.
able to know what he's saying because he
Kennst du nicht?
speaks complete
schon öfter
German
gehabt.
with his chat. So yeah. Okay, so the field of view bug Quinn, if you can inform him, saving and quitting out will fix that, but that is caused by Skadoo Avatar, and it will probably come back if he goes in the render distance of Skadoo Avatar again. So if somebody does want to go and inform him of that, you are welcome to do that.
It's not really a bug, it's a mechanic.
Yeah.
Scatter has a very, like, if you think about how big his arena is in the DLC, like, it actually takes up a significant chunk of the map.
We do need a
and
translator.
Basically that entire Quinn, it's not fixable. It's because Scatter Avatar in the area is triggering it.
Yeah.
So the only way to that it's not a bug, it's a mechanic.
I could undeafen him and tell him that real quick, because he didn't know that and the other people do, so we can quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Gustav, you do not need to stop moving or anything. We are informing you of the field of view bug that you have. That is caused by Skadoo Avatar. You will have to leave the effective range of the avatar before that field of view bug will go away, and then quit out will fix it.
It's not a bug. It's a weird mechanic that still exists in the randomizer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. Just wanted to inform you of that. I will deafen you again. Good luck. Okay. Yeah, I feel bad for him. He did waste a little bit of time there doing that, but
yeah.
So we see Dino doing an early Dectus check. A lot of people have determined Dectus to not be a very valuable check anymore, because you do have a 50-50 chance of getting something other than the Rusty Key and a 50-50 chance of getting the Rusty Key. And so it just makes it a very unvaluable check. Now, you do still get upgrade materials like Sacred Tears and Golden Seeds. So if you are looking for those, it can be valuable. But in terms of key item checks, it's not the most valuable.
Yeah. The one thing is it is a bit valuable positionally, not the check, but the grace. Because if you do plan on going underground, you can hop in that grace and then you just go straight into Radon's hole.
Yep.
And enjoy your life underground.
And as we saw there, he did get the Rusty Key. That means that the Rusty Key location is a viable check for a Great Rune later when he decides to go there. If he did not find the Rusty Key at Dectus, that means that Rusty Key can only spawn at Rusty Key, and thus is a completely invaluable check unless you need upgrade materials, which at that point you shouldn't. Ooh, we find a remembrance. The remembrance of the wild boar. Yes, that is a good one.
I think that's a 30k one, right?
Yep. I believe that is 30.
Yeah. Also, we saw earlier one of Rambler's favorite weapons, the Black Steel Great Hammer. It's from the DLC. A very, very strong weapon. No innate status on it, but actually is a smithing weapon with a little bit of holy damage on it.
Yep.
Holy's good in Rando, right? I will not take the holy weapon or holy damage slander that exists. It's bad in 80%, of course, because you have bosses like Elden Beast, Malekith. However, in randomizers, it's very valuable. It does bonus damage to Deathbirds, Deathrite Birds, Tibia Mariners, Cemetery Shades, and all those enemies are significantly more common due to how many of them exist than holy resistant, like incredibly holy resistant stuff like Malekith and Elden Beast.
And we've got Gustav going through the portal here to Garank. Gonna go south through there to get to the Kaled checks. While Dino chooses an alternate route and goes through Celia Tunnel. And then we got Sirius doing a quick Albus check, so I'm going to go ahead and put him on the big screen for the potential check there.
What's also nice about the Celia Tunnel
Ich hab da
is
nicht
if you saw
eingereicht.
there's so smithing stones
Ich habe noch 7 für 7
can
Seeds, die ich
spawn
spielen
like
kann, wovon
innately
5
as
einfach
crafted
gut sein
items,
müssen.
but they can only
kriegen
spawn
wir.
that way in
Zwei sind auch schon
caves,
wieder
tunnels,
rausgekommen,
etc. And actually with Celia Tunnel, there's a lot
machen
of
wir's.
items right there. So if you saw Dino picked up both a Somber 4 and a Smithing 4, just running through that tunnel, and it could help him out later. It's good, always good to have those stones.
For sure. He chooses to talk to Albus over killing him, which is smart in this situation. All right, so he gets the Academy key and a Sacred Tear. Not a bad pickup.
Very nice there.
While we see Dino going to set up the Radon Grace now, he went through Celia. I believe he got the Celia Grace, and then he is going to the Radon now while also doing item checks along the way, hoping for upgrade materials for his Somber. I believe he's probably thinking about sticking with Stormhawk Axe. Unless he happens to find something better, he will most likely stick with it through the whole game.
I mean, I think he knows. I don't know, man. Stormhawk, very strong. So something about the way the game works. Weapons like Stormhawk, it provides a flat buff, right? Flat buffs are stronger early game, right?
Yep.
Because when you're dealing 200 base AR, if you get an extra 80, that's an additional 40%. But when you come late game, right, it's significantly less.
Staff of Avatar in the Kaled Merchant, that is huge. That is one of my personal favorite weapons. You use that through the entire match. That thing is very hard hitting when you get that leveled up.
I would prefer Staff of the Avatar, honestly.
For sure.
Like I would have started Vagabond in this game just because nothing had anything, and in that case, I would have started Vagabond. But in my opinion, I think Stormhawk is complete bait.
Yep.
I think it's doable, but I think it's very like early game. It's super strong. But really, the hardest boss fight part of Rando is that late game. And late game, I feel like it's mid, right? Like it's not bad. It's mid. And you're gonna definitely you would prefer something better.
Kein Problem.
So Gustav is about to get the Dectus check in Kaled. Let's see what he finds. He got lucky. He got through there without an issue. Normally, that area can be pretty horrible to get through. And he finds Imbued and Somber
nothing.
Nothing. Unless he's
Somber
missing the
Bellbearing
one's
always nice if you can't find a 1 or a 2.
If you can't find the 1 or 2, it is nice. Chances are you're gonna find them, but in this situation, it could be very useful for him. He does have a 1 and a 4, so that would help him in the case of the 2.
I think we're gonna see the first round table check of the match. And has anyone checked Academy key yet, or is Sirius the first?
Sirius is the first, so we're gonna just leave them both up because otherwise we're gonna miss one or the other. So we've got Dectus and Bellbearing, so let's go ahead and go to player 1 big screen. I'm not seeing anything really that valuable.
Ooh, Millicent's prosthesis is good.
That is good. What is that? Dexterity, yes?
So it is a combination of the prosthesis wearer's heirloom and the winged sword insignia, two of which both those talismans are strong in their own right. So it gives, I believe, +5 dex as well as a boost on consecutive attacks.
Okay, so actually a very good talisman to find.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought he went down. He was getting the grace and got hit by the bird. Okay.
And Dino can +4 here. I wonder if he does choose to +4 the Stormhawk. It's going to be nice early game, but the problem is it's going to fall off.
Yep. It looks like he did not buy the Staff of the Avatar, maybe due to the requirements on the strength for it. He did not get the remembrance that Gustav got. I believe Gustav was the only one to get that remembrance.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Gustav is taking my old route through here, the route I used to take with the deck or the the Bestial Sanctum teleporter.
Yep.
And we see, so pretty much, I believe we've seen every single early item pickup at this point. We've seen, actually, we're about to see the last one with the imbued Incelia. And then that would mean that of the early item pickups, none of them would have a great rune. So,
I do not believe we've seen the Liurnia imbued.
nope, Sirius just did it. It was
Did he? Okay.
nothing.
I missed
Yep.
that then. Thank you. All right, so let's go big screen on Gustav as he picks this up.
Dropping down here is actually pretty nice tech. Just dropping down instead of running through.
Bad. Bad pickup. He got
bad
one
again.
golden seed. So far, his pickups have not been that valuable. If you're getting sacred tears and golden seeds in high quantity, then it's good. I don't believe Dino upgraded his weapon.
No, it is +4.
It is, okay. So
And
he
it's-
did decide to at least go with it for now. He may choose to switch later. Because as Hooser was saying, the damage will fall off very quickly.
Yeah, but like early game, it's fantastic.
Ooh, and he gets Moog's medallion.
Ooh.
I wonder how early we're gonna see a Moog check.
Do you know they're giving a bit of a reaction? Wondering about an early spicy Moog. You know, if Moog is easy, like maybe not now, but if Moog is easy, it's really good to get out of there early, right? Like if you walk up there and it's, you know, Rick, Soldier of God, like you're chilling, right? But the problem is it very well could be Melania,
Mesmer.
right? Or something.
Something difficult. I have seen Cemetery Shade there a few times. And I remember one match I was saying, you know, I'm going to go Moog early. There's a chance that I can get Cemetery Shade. I walk in, Cemetery Shade. I had a +4 weapon. No levels into pretty much anything. And I came out of there beefed up. And so it was definitely good to check.
Looks like Gustav finds the stones in the staff of the Avatar. Chooses not to get the staff of the Avatar, though. Just picks up the stones and gets out of there.
I wonder if he will choose to purchase it later or he didn't want to do it just yet. He did. He is the only one with the remembrance and thus the only one at this point able to wield it.
Yeah. I do think, though, like, I don't know if he's gonna decide to commit to that weapon. It's not that it is very good. But I think a lot of people don't know how good it is, particularly in Rando. So I'd be interested to see if he would actually choose to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially with stuff like Bingo, there's this bias towards Stormhawk, where Stormhawk's very strong in Bingo because unless there's a Somber 9 square, right, you're not getting more than a +6 weapon. In Rando, though, you're dealing with high level weapons, and as a result. The weapons that are the best are very different.
Yep. Drastic changes in what weapons are good and not. Now, obviously, you find Dragon's Halberd or Dragon Scale Katana. Those are always good, no matter what you're playing.
But even, you know, comparatively, they're not as good, right? They're definitely very good in Rando, but they're not like leagues above.
Yep. We are about to see the first Remembrance and Shard bearing boss on the screen now, so we are going to go ahead and go big screen with Dino as he comes into this fight. And it is the Miranda. Does it have the Omen Killer? It does not. It is just a little flower. Now, do not underestimate this flower, though. It can hit like a truck.
Dino almost died to the Miranda like 2 days ago. Because it...
I believe somebody... I actually know it was last night. Dino was doing a practice race, and he did die to Miranda. Or did he say that he almost did, or did he actually?
He almost did.
Okay. But this time, easy peasy. At this point, not a hard boss to fight. And he gets 4 golden seeds, so no luck on the double drop there. Because all Shard Bearer bosses do have a chance of dropping 2 Great Runes. So that's why he likes to rush Godric first. He gets levels, he gets some checks.
And this will put Dino a bit behind if the others decide not to do Stormveil.
Yep.
Bit of a time sink. You know, he did get runes, right? He got 20,000 from Godric, 12,000 from Margit.
But nothing special in Gostox.
Yeah, no good item checks, no runes, like some golden seeds. Actually, that's not true though. He did get Pureblood Knight's medal. However, that dropped from Margit,
Yep.
and so anyone who gets to capital will receive the Purebloods Knight medal because you get the Margit drops once you kill Morgott.
Yep. And so a lot of players like to actually hoard their great runes and their checks as much as possible and hold off on Margit as long as possible for the hopes that they get the 2 great runes, get to capital, kill Morgott, and then you get the Margit drops and the Morgott drops all in one.
Yeah, especially because like it saves time, and the margin between racers can be so tight, right? Just in this event, right? In the qualifiers, Dino and I were tied on points. The difference between us was 36 seconds combined after 2 races. That means the average distance and finishing time was 18 seconds.
Yep.
So I know you might say like, oh, the Margit fight's insignificant, but that's way more than 18 seconds. Interesting here, Gustav. I mean, obviously it's a Tibby, it's a boatman. Committing to the Claws of Night, though, I'd say a very volatile weapon, right? If the boss, if it bleeds, I can kill it. If it does not bleed, I'm in for a bit of a rough one.
Yep. It is a risky choice. We'll see how it pays off for him in the rest of the match. Essentially, everybody goes. Yep. I typically go there early, but not as early as Dino. I will go through Precipice first, but I did actually speak with Dino recently, and he says that what he likes to do is he'll get a somber weapon 2+4 or +5 if he goes through Kaled and gets lucky to find a 5, and then he just completely skips through all of the Liurnia checks, which in some ways is good, but at the same time there are 3 graveyards with a lot of item pickups and a lot of potential for really great weapons and items. So he does miss out on those. I think we will see him potentially. No, he's just skipping the graveyard. Yep. And so
I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, I was surprised when he said that as well, because it's a risky play considering how many items are there, but at the same time, those graveyards are extremely dangerous. As we've seen with Sirius, he had to quit out a few times. They're rough at times.
Yeah, to me, I think it depends upon like circumstances. The reason why it surprises me is because I would not be happy with Stormhawk, personally.
Same.
Maybe he is. Right, so I would be continuing to do checks to look for a better weapon.
He does find Troll's Hammer, by the way. That is a very viable smithing weapon.
Yeah, but he has... I know we saw Black Steel Great Hammer in this seed. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are about to have
sure
another
he
boss
picked the
fight
other
here
one.
with Gustav. It is just the flower, but we will go ahead and put him on big screen.
I'm curious what... Gustav is a very expressive individual. I'm curious what his reaction is going to be.
Now here's the point for Krosh. If you can do some translations for us.
Oh.
Yes.
I think he's happy. No, I've never seen a Somber 5 in Liurnia, Beard. You can find them in Kaled and Altus.
There are some very niche situations where you can get stones outside of the typical range. However, like you would not expect to find a Somber 5 there.
Yep.
And I must say, these Claws of Night are absolutely shredding. He has that Millicent's prosthetic, +5 dex, bonus damage on consecutive attacks. With these claws, you're only doing consecutive attacks.
Yep.
Very nice weapon choice. But if you need something that is going to require some stance breaking, could be a bit of an issue.
Yep. If Garg shows up on this run, he's going to be in trouble with that.
Yeah, the only good thing against Gargs is Gargs are weak to magic, or
Yep.
weaker comparatively, of all the elements.
Do Claws of Night have magic damage?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I've never actually used Claws of Night, so I've honestly never even explored or even thought about using them. I see them and I ignore them.
Honestly, they have a pretty nice ash too with that scatter shot throw. It gives you a little bit of range on there.
Satori.
And it is very nice to have, for sure. but it's just it's a situational weapon. If it's something like a Miranda or a Boatman where you can just tee off, get that consecutive attack boost, and or get some big bleeds, you're good to go, right? If it's something different, you can be in a lot of trouble.
So we do see everybody going for an early Stormveil castle today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I say
I'm a
Gargs
little
and say Tari
surprised.
gets summoned.
I'm a little surprised by that because, Sirius was playing Rando with, he competed in Randomania Season 2. Obviously, Randomania Season 1 was slightly different settings, but the meta there was definitely to rush Academy and Altus. So I'm a bit surprised we're not seeing that from Sirius. Oh, and a Dragon Scale Blade
Where was
on
that?
Gustav's screen from the Liurnia Beach. I believe that was from Beach Merchant in Liurnia.
Okay. I believe he is. Dino just completely skipped by that merchant and decided to go down the tombstones on the right side of Liurnia and just completely missed that merchant. That could be huge for Gustav here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very curious to see if he does decide to switch to it. Maybe a little bit of both going on. And it looks like Dino will be the first to precipice.
Yeah.
Gustav expertly dodged whatever that was.
So
that was
did
attacking
Dino
him.
already do both the checks in Kaled?
I believe he got the grace and then went straight to the Radon
Okay.
grace. I do not believe he did the imbued check, and he most certainly did not do the Dectus check.
Because I will say I can see how much time Dino's making up, like by just skipping.
Yep.
Like skipping item checks, he actually makes up a ridiculous amount of time.
Hooser is taking very intensive notes right now.
I mean, like he's fast.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's very fast because he's gotten through Stormville.
Mm-hmm. And he's a very, very, very consistent player. A lot of people have mentioned that he just does not stop. Like he is just go, 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 and he stays at a very consistent pace the entire time during the match. I have seen him have a little bit of issues sometimes on bosses, but for the most part, he gets through them pretty quickly. And then we do see Gustav going to Albus as well, while Sirius is about to encounter the Godric boss. So we'll go ahead and put him on the big screen.
And Dino is the first person up into Precipice here.
Ist NPC oder warum war das so klein? Oh, Miranda. Blümchen.
Please, Melania. I want a Melania somewhere.
We did a practice match last night, and we had Melania and Precipice, and Hooser was the one that got through it the fastest by a long shot, and so his time was just destroyed.
Yeah, it was a Melania and a Consort seed.
Yeah, we found Melania and Consort. I actually first tried Consort, and I'm very happy about that, because that is one of my least favorite bosses, so I'm happy about it, and I third tried Melania, so I am getting better at them. Not great. I did have to pivot away and go kill the BBK replacement for runes, but it worked for me. So, got to do what I know that I can do.
One thing that's funny is I've been playing so much Rando recently, and I don't do any. I can't remember the last time I've actually beat the game, just normally. And I tried to do any percent glitchless last night. I'm faster at Rando than any percent glitchless, which is so stupid, but it's true.
It's funny how that works. I mean, you've been doing rando matches for a very long time now, and have been just getting them in like every day, sometimes multiple. So it does make sense that you're going to be moving really fast in those. We do see Sirius making an interesting choice of going this right path instead of going to EG. Because he had the Academy key, so he went through the fog gate at the Academy off the back entrance.
I think it's smart if you don't need anything.
For sure. For sure.
I'm just gonna be curious to see, right? Like, if I was in this game, I would have been continuing to do checks, and I would have used something like until I probably found Dragon Scale, because I really do believe that this weapon's gonna fall off late game.
Yep. We see Gustav actually making the same play as Sirius going through the academy.
I think it makes a lot of sense if you because you don't need once you feel like you have a weapon and you're 1 through 4, you don't need to do Liurnia checks anymore. Just get the hell out of there,
Yep.
right?
So
The only way you could run into problems is like if you don't find a 5 or something and you need to pivot to a smithing weapon or whatnot. Like, but shouldn't be a problem.
Ooh, that is a scary ghost misbegotten right there.
Yeah,
That
it's the one
is-
from the DLC,
Yep.
the one that guards the Putrescent. I must say though, dude, I'm happy to see him in this situation. You know, in the DLC, he tends to jump off a cliff a lot. I had concerns about his mental health, so it's good to see that he's on nice, stable ground.
I've
you know?
actually seen him in Rando jump
Yeah.
off cliffs as well. I don't remember who I was
Yeah.
watching, but they were like, dude, he just does not know how to not jump off cliffs.
Yeah.
I believe
All
it
right,
might have
let's
been
see.
you, Rambler. Yeah, big screen on Dino for the Precipice boss, and we've got Dragonkin Soldier.
I wonder which one it is. If it's normal Dragonkin, it's pretty chill. Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella, actually a boss that I did practice going into this event because the phase 2 with all the ice lightning and stuff can be tricky. Dino trying to get behind the leg here just can't and says screw it.
The damage is really good on him right now, especially considering he is sitting in water right now, so the electric damage from Stormhawk is coming in very clutch here.
All right, if there is a phase transition, we will see it now.
I don't believe this is. I believe he would have done it right there. Yep, this is not the Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella.
Normal Dragonkin.
Ooh.
Gets
And
oh, I thought that was a stagger.
dies.
That
Can I mute now?
attack is so
That
rough,
was
man.
dumb as
Can I
fuck.
mute
now? That was dumb as fuck. Dumb death. That was a really dumb death.
Ginger, make sure in
Yep.
the Discord call, by the way, you mute Dino
Yep,
because he's
just
coming
did.
through.
Yep, just
All right.
did. I noticed that as well.
Yep.
All right, so we will stay on big screen here with Dino, because he is the only one currently at the boss. If somebody else does enter the fight, we will go back to the main screen. So I actually find it very interesting that the Dragonkin Soldier is doing an attack before doing his intro scream that he typically does.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way that the AI works. Because normally you run up on them from a far bit away, and bosses in Rando, they do take the AI a lot of times, like in terms of when they trigger, based on the boss that they replace, right? It's like Gideon's boss will just stand there.
Yep.
So I'm guessing it's just something weird with the AI.
There we go. And Dino gets it. Second try.
Yep. Dino is pretty good at these Dragongins. I remember back in the day, Dino and I, when we first started playing Elden Ring, like competitive Elden Ring, there was a bingo match that came down to Dragonkin Soldier, and I asked him, like, how do you fight Dragonkin? Like, isn't there some cheese strat with a leg or something? And he goes, I don't know, you just fight him. And I was like, okay, you just told me to get good. That doesn't feel good, but fair enough.
And Rambler's comment that was really funny. He's more Moongrum than Moongrum, and he's talking about the,
Yeah.
the misbegotten warrior.
Yeah.
All right, so Dino, I'm curious to see how many checks he is going to do here to try to find upgrade materials for his Somber
Yeah.
weapon. Thus far, we do not have a single Great Rune found yet.
Watch this be like a double Radon seed. This feels like it's a double Radon, double Remogue type of seed.
I'm thinking so. Double Moog or double Radon would be very interesting. Speaking of Moog, we very likely could see an early Moog here, depending on how many upgrades Dino finds. unless he has completely forgotten about it, like Rambler says he has forgotten about the Moog medallion in the past. And considering he got it so early, that could happen here. Yeah, 1Z was the Ancient Dragon replacement.
Yeah, let's just be a Haligtree seed. Honestly, I think in a way, like I think if you're just going for consistency, there is an argument to be made for Haligtree. It's not as slow as you think.
Yeah.
It is
You
quite
could
slow though. Like
breeze
it's
through it.
not optimal if you're trying to win, but like if you just want a consistent, like a solid time, I don't think it's that bad. Like all shard bearers, like all shard bearer bosses, in under 2 hours and 30 minutes is very doable.
Yep. And we are going to go big screen here with Sirius as he also approaches the boss.
Was ist das? Ist das
Yeah, he has an opportunity to make up some time here on
Hier ist sogar
Dino,
Wasser.
in avoiding a
Sogar
death.
Potenzial.
I do believe it is better than doing a stealth. But getting through Consecrated Snowfield is annoying.
Yeah. Now, I expect Sirius to have a pretty big advantage here on bosses, particularly the DLC bosses. Competing in that Randomania, I believe they only use like main bosses in their settings. So if we do see, you know, Remembrance bosses, other main bosses, I would expect Sirius to have a pretty large advantage
Yep.
on those fights.
And as you saw,
he did just absolutely breeze through Dragonkin there.
For sure. Just breeze through it without an issue at all.
Yeah, Sirius is he's a very accomplished player. The thing is, he's just newer to these settings, and also I'm not sure like his any percent routing,
Ooh.
right? Like routing is
Dino
a
finds
huge part of.
6.
Yep, routing is a huge part of randomizer racing, and
Yep.
just like being fast from point A to point B, right, is very important. And you know, situations like this, it's like I do question like what is the derived benefit of picking up that grace, right? That's not a grace that I typically pick up.
Ooh.
And that's areas where certain people can make up time on him.
If Gustav decides to go for the intelligence tier, will that help him with the Claws of Night? Because of the magic? Does it scale off of intelligence or?
Let me check really quickly. Let me do some R&D and I will get back to you.
Appreciate that. Because that is a very interesting pickup if he does decide to kill that enemy there.
They do not scale with intelligence.
Okay. So in this case, it will do no good. As you can see, Gustav's damage is not nearly as good as the others with Stormhawks per hit, but he is melting it a lot faster due to those bleed procs. Very nicely done.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. So both Gustav and Sirius making up time on Dino, given those fights, but they're still behind. Dino picking up 12 turtleneck meats.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Where is there a 12 turtleneck pickup?
I
in
don't
the
know,
game?
dude. I don't know. I don't
And
know.
he finds
what
the
was...
5, so he does have a +6
Yeah?
Stormhawk now if he chooses to go for that.
I don't know who was massacring the
Faults.
turtles. I hate that thing.
There are a lot
and
of people
Sirius finds a
that...
7 there.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if Dino did that pickup on top of
I don't
that
think he did.
pedestal, So
And nothing here. So Sirius will have a slight weapon advantage.
Yep. I don't believe Dino is going to go do the Altus Graveyards. He's going to go upgrade his weapon and then continue towards the DTS replacement.
I would think he goes to the Scars to Radan.
A lot of people like to go DTS replacement first and then get the Grace
Yeah.
after that. So we'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, I suppose either or works, and either or is kind of like sketchy in a way. Because regardless, right, there's no Grace right outside of it. So if you, for some reason, have to pivot off the fight, you either have to run back to DTS or run, like, redo the festival thing.
Yep.
The DTS though is nice, and actually I think Dino did get a 7, and he is going to Radon.
Okay.
I think I saw Dino upgrade his weapon 3 times there. He also picked up that Millicent's prosthesis, or is it prosthetic? I think is the name of the talisman. Actually, no. The name of the talisman is now I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Can I help you there?
Because there's Millicent's prosthesis and Valkyrie's prosthesis. Okay, the Millicent's prosthesis is the talisman. Valkyrie's is the arm.
Okay.
It's say prosthesis. Prosthesis 5 times fast.
Prosthesis.
Yeah.
Prosthesis.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
So interesting thing here about Radon's Arena, you can actually find just about every Somber Stone in the game there. So we'll see if Dino does decide to do some of the pickups there. There are 3 inside the arena. I have found 7, 8, 9 there. So we'll see if he decides to do them or not.
I normally pick up the first 2, and then the third one I'm like, yeah, I'm good. The third one's a little far.
We will go here on big screen on Dino as he fights the Radon boss.
Readjusting his camera, making sure, you know what they say, me on Dion, if you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good, and you play good, they pay good.
I wish you could see from here.
What he said.
Who's it gonna be?
We got another Mariner. Interesting.
Oh my god, Dino is laughing.
I found Somber ATL very.
Yeah, he's looking for the Somber 8, so he is going to go all 3.
I hate that old fangs are the tall white variety of item.
Mhm.
You're the one that says Holy Pots.
And Sirius is going to be right on Dino's tail coming in to fight the Star Scourge.
Yes, he is.
I'm bad.
So if he does enter the fight before Dino finishes it, we will go ahead and put them both on the screen, but I believe that he should finish it before.
Also, he's going to get Thumbelina, I don't know her actual name, throwing the Holy Pots, which will do actually a good chunk of damage to this boatman.
For sure. Rambler's favorite move?
The Rambler special.
Yup. All right, we will go ahead and go full screen
Ich
on
gar nicht mehr wirklich
Sirius
zu
as he enters the
Einfach
fight.
weil ich schon plus 7
Yep,
habe.
and there's the first Great Rune, Vanilla Drop, or
Yep,
Don's.
I jumped
Was
the
will ich
gun
mehr
on
haben?
switching a little bit early. I do apologize for that, but he did get a great rune.
Ja. Man, was nicht auf dem Weg liegt, brauchen die looten. So wie die
I
Sachen.
can't understand what he's saying. I feel like he's not happy. I feel like Sirius wants with these big
Yep.
bosses.
Yeah. I think that is the case that's going on here with him. He wants the big
Yeah.
bosses that he knows are difficult, but he's good at, like you mentioned
Yeah.
before. So, I mean, who's going to struggle on a Tibia?
Yeah. I mean, Dino's quite the one boss that I would say Dino has a weak spot to is Melania.
For
But
sure.
also Melania is literally the least likely boss to appear in a randomizer, because especially like a randomizer race, because Melania cannot appear at two-phase boss fights.
Yep. She is coded not to appear there because it would just be a little bit too much to have to face Melania and then face another
Yeah.
boss in the stage 2.
Yeah, and the reason why is because Melania is like the only two-phase boss
Verdammt,
fight that
Vanilla
for whatever
is even
reason is not
randomized?
separated.
Hello?
So if you run into Melania, you fight phase 1 and phase 2. There's not 2 Melanias.
So it looks like Dino is going to do the imbued sword key here in Kaled as well.
Yeah. Now, does Dino have the Academy key?
I believe he is the only one that has not gone to Albus.
Yeah, because Sirius could get a little bit of a lead here. Because I think, to me, you obviously just rush Academy here.
Yep.
You have to go, or you
Yep.
go Moji. Academy or Moji,
Yep.
one or the other.
Moog or Academy. Academy is huge here because you have the Red Wolf check, you've got the Imbued Sword Key check, you've got Renala, which is a double check, and then you have access to Volcano Manor as well, which are 4 more checks, 2 of them being at Rykard.
Yeah. So I think Sirius is actually, I would say, in the lead here.
Yeah, at this point, I would definitely second you on that one. I am going to go ahead and put his big screen on Sirius for a moment. I need to step away for a few seconds.
Gamer mehr. Was soll ich sagen?
All right, we'll go check in with Sirius as he runs in through the Academy here. Oh, does decide to kill these enemies and then do the skip here. That skip does save a lot of time. I don't like doing it in rando because you can have frame rate issues, particularly in Academy. The Academy itself is actually like a really tricky loading zone in base game in general. It's such a large area, and it's why like I think the main reason why the key and the gate exists is because it keeps Academy as a separate loading zone to the rest of the game, right? So I believe that is a big reason why there are so many issues in Academy. It's just a very large area with a lot of moving pieces.
Yep.
Because if you compare it to other legacy dungeons like Stormvale and Redmane, Volcano Manor, right? There's no separate loading zone that you enter, but you literally have to go through a fog wall just to get into the Academy. And I think a lot of that is probably just due to performance issues.
By the way, we do have Gustav on the big screen now fighting the DTS replacement. He decided to go here before going to Radon and some of the other
Ginger,
checks.
where are the hard bosses? Why is your seed so bad?
Hey, I just randomized the seed. It is the bosses that it had. I did not check for bosses at all. I wanted it to be a complete surprise for everybody. So
I need a Melania here. You need to get Dino out for me. Come on. Ginger, I'm like, what? Why did I send you a PayPal, Ginger?
Oh yeah.
A Knight's Cap now.
Most
Come on,
certainly
man.
did not.
Give me. Where's the big bad, dude? Where's the big bad?
I would have liked to see another Mesmer or something here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking all the big baddies are in the end game.
Yeah.
That is what I would like to see here.
Ich denke, die Lebenserwartungen werden immer länger, aber Unsterblichkeit ist nochmal ein anderes Thema.
Ooh, interesting. We do have Dino going for Rusty Key. And Sirius did not find a great rune at Red Wolf.
That's fine. Go to Renala. No problem. Maybe check Imbued. Also, there's a gold shining down there. And this is purple.
I mean, that's good for me.
Let's see what it is. Oh, double sacred. You know, double sacred.
He is happy with it.
I will never
disappointed.
complain about double sacred tier.
Definitely not. Yeah, Renala is now 3 checks because he did also get the discarded palace key at Red Wolf. He is heading to Red Wolf now, but we will have Gustav on the big screen here shortly, as he goes into the Radon fight. But we may
Also,
switch to Sirius as he gets the imbued sword key check.
And Dino's going for Moji.
Yep.
All right, let's see if there's a big bad here. Let's see if it's Rick. Radon is a boatman.
Ooh, and Sirius has to quit out. He got memed on the ladder.
Gefunden haben. Und soweit ich jetzt gestern mitbekommen hatte, war Crash, glaube ich, gesagt, Rusty Key kann
Dino
nur
there gets a plus
in
25,
Fortnite sein,
but
also,
seems...
beim Deckungsmitteilung hilft
Oh,
im
God.
Gungrave
Okay, Dino.
oder im Rusty Key Spawn selbst.
This area is so sketchy to run through for Dino.
I don't know.
Nice dodge on the golem. What somber stone was that? That is a somber 7, okay.
Yeah, I think Dino already picked up the 7, though.
Yeah, he does have a 7, I believe. Oh yeah, he's gonna shred this.
Jesus. Er hat mich so
We will switch over to Sirius here in just a second as he picks up the imbued sword key. It is not a great room.
Knieschmerzen? Ja, ich kann nicht mehr so lange sitzen irgendwie. Ich weiß auch nicht.
Well, yeah, it's not.
He does find Dectus. and a. I think that was.
Chat, they
I
know
think
hits.
Ronaldo is gonna
It's
have a
been a surprise,
lot.
like,
Is
crazy
if
now,
it's
but
not at
okay, that's a great
Ronaldo,
one.
this is gonna
Go.
be a nightmare seed.
Außerdem,
I'm
Or
still
Moog.
honestly
Spawn?
kind of
Tada.
banking on a double Moog drop here.
Yeah, it's possible. He's I believe the highest probability of being a double great run. Him or Melania.
I have seen
Might be
the
yeah.
most at him, honestly.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I haven't
Bigger,
been to
decent
Melania a lot, but
Okay, healing.
Yeah.
It just depends on what the replacement is.
The reason why is because they're double checks, and it has to do with key items. Because there are certain, for instance, like Rusty Key earlier, right? Rusty Key can spawn there, so it decreases the value of the check in terms of great runes, and even for like all the Liurnia checks, right? Because obviously you're not mad when you get Academy Key, but because Academy Key can spawn there in the long term, in the long run, it decreases the probability of getting a great rune, because there's 4 Liurnia checks that can have Academy Key, and one of those has to have it. So from 4 checks, you're really only getting 3 and Academy Key.
so we are actually gonna have a double boss fight here.
What is it?
Let's check Moog first, and then we'll switch. We've got Mesmer at Moog.
Mesmer. The last time I saw Mesmer at Moog, he glitched through the floor.
The last time I saw him there, I got skill issued very hard on him. And spent
All
a
right,
lot
it
of
looks
time
like he's
fighting him.
fixed.
We've
Now,
got
Mesmer is relatively squishy for DLC bosses, but not today. And another Knight's Cav. Ginger, what's wrong with you?
I just randomized the seed, man. I did not pick the bosses.
Nope, everyone, he's lying. It's all Ginger's fault.
Dino
Everyone
goes
blame
down
him.
to Mesmer.
Yeah, Dino goes down. I wonder if he pivots off here.
No, he's going in again.
Yeah. See, and this is where the damage just starts to fall off, right? Because you're using a...
And we've got a
Stormhawk,
bell bearing hunter at Rennala stage 2 as well.
Yep.
So nearing the end of this Rennala fight, we will go big screen to see what he gets here and in the discarded palace key chest. Alright, let's go ahead and
Dino's
check
getting
in.
pieced up. Dino has to pivot off this.
Alright, he finds nothing. Okay. Thought he was gonna teleport away for a second and not do the discarded palace.
Yeah,
check. And
Dino's gonna have to
yep,
pivot off. He's getting pieced up.
Yep.
It would be doable, but you need another fight really damn well.
Oh, okay.
And he does find a great rune in the Rennala
Yep.
chest. So he is first to gain access to the capital.
Dino's now way behind.
Yes, he is. I know
I don't
Hoosier
even
is
does he
very
even have
happy right
Academy
now.
Key? I'm ecstatic.
No, I don't believe he's been to Albus. But I think he will go and check Albus now. Now the question is, will they be lucky and find multiple great runes here in the capital, or will they have to continue going either underground or to Volcano Manor?
I mean, the odds are lower because they've all killed Margit.
Yep.
So yeah, or more Moog, right? They could, especially once you get the capital buff, go back to Moog. Also, with Mesmer, and I think this is a seed that's gonna play into Sirius's hands. Obviously, I don't know that I've ever personally seen Sirius, fight Mesmer, but I am very aware of the caliber of league that he's competed in. That Rando Mania League is very much about just getting good at killing big bosses.
Yep.
Is kind of the number one thing. And I would favor his chances against Moog against Mesmer, and I think it's a boss that he will be very happy to see.
Yes.
Because that's where he's going to make up the time, right? If this is a straight speed run, Dino wins it, right? If it's all Erdtree avatars and stuff, Dino wins. Sirius needs to make up the time in these difficult fights.
And Gustav does find another remembrance. The
Gustav
Putrescent Knight.
is just rich. He's Mr. He's Mr. Moneybags over there.
He is.
You know, and Gustav is keeping pace, and if he does get to Mesmer, I think those claws will do quite well on him. That bleed will be very nice against Mesmer.
I think so. You can get a
Like,
lot of hits in
nice
quick
with
in
stamina.
between the
Yeah.
combos of Mesmers. Dino did just get the Academy key, so he is on his way to Academy now. And there we have it. Sirius defeating the very squishy Avatar at DTS.
Yep, and he goes in here.
And then we will go ahead and go full screen when Gustav enters the fight
Yep.
and experiences
So actually,
the Night's Cap.
Dino's gonna be in 3rd place here, so
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of ground to cover. That being said, though, he does have Moog set up, so if Moog is necessary, which if I was them, after I kill Morgott, Moog would be my first check. I think most players would feel that way.
I agree.
So
From the checks they've already
Ja.
done, Moog is the
Yeah.
best check to do.
Hat nicht so lange
Ja.
gedauert, der Kampf. Discarded Palace Key. Kann man erstmal mit leben.
And Gustav choosing to go Renala before going imbued, which will work.
also,
in
I gotta
his
say,
favor
man,
here.
really good time getting into Capital there for 45 minutes. Getting into Capital is fairly quick,
For sure, and we will see a capital skip here.
especially with the locations of these checks. Yeah.
And
He does the
misses it.
capital skip the same way I do it. Let's go. Well, oh no, he does it the Chris method.
He does miss his first attempt.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter though, because it's IGT. You lose like a second or two whenever you miss it. So he's gonna do the Starro Chris method here. So he's gonna jump from this ledge to that ledge here, drop into this little window, and then just drop down.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's doing the skip when there are the checks on the way, but you do get
Oh, and
few
he gets
checks from this one.
blasted by a by a Gravebird.
yeah.
Those Gravebirds hit like a truck. No
Yeah,
matter
that
where they
Gravebird
are.
just said, "Sit down, son. You're not supposed to be doing that skip. That's not intended."
And he gets blasted again. That
Oh
Gravebird
my!
has
Quit
no
out! Quit out!
chill.
Quit out! Quit out! Quit out! Quit out!
All right, and then we got Gustav
Egon's
going
great.
into the Knights Cav
Yeah.
at Renala, and then we will have Dino going into the Knights Cav with the Red Wolf as well.
Also, I really hope we see Bale because I will be doing a full Egon impression.
That works for me. Give us your best.
I just saw Egon's great bow and it made me think of it.
And Gustav takes down the first Knights Cav and is now going to be fighting the
set-
Bellring Hunter.
Yeah. Sirius has been getting pieced up as he's running through. He's been getting sniped by everything.
Yeah. Dino gets a discarded Palace Key, and Gustav finishes
Yeah.
the fight.
Those Claws of Night putting in work there for Gustav.
We'll go ahead and go with Gustav here as he gets his second Great Rune and
Okay.
gains
Yeah.
access to capital and is
You know
very
what? Bye.
just a couple minutes behind Sirius.
Hat gewusst, wer im
Ja.
Gegenüber steht. So sieht's
Very,
aus.
very close behind.
Yeah, because he is the only one that did go and kill
Immer noch
DTS
nicht.
early, so
Doch.
he's happy.
Das ist für mich halt
Angry
der
at
Grund, ich geh
first,
jetzt weiter
but then
Hauptstadt,
happy.
ne? Ich weiß, dass wir jetzt hier noch nicht alles geholt haben, aber ich gehe jetzt Hauptstadt.
And there we go.
Also, I just realized I'm unsure what Sirius is. I was like, man, Sirius is moving. I realized he hit his live split. It's been frozen at 45 minutes for
Oh yeah.
a while now. I was like, man, he's fat. Like, I was like, how is he 8 minutes ahead of Gustav in IGT? And then I realized it was frozen.
If somebody can inform him that it is frozen, I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
We could always undeafen him and let him know ourselves.
It's fine. I'm sure he'll
Yeah.
see it eventually. But yeah, I wonder because Gustav did have he had a crash at the very either crashed or accidentally quit, like accidentally closed app on a quit out at the very start. So I think Gustav is probably a little bit behind here on IGT.
And it looks like we've got a double boss fight on the screen. Dino is fighting the Knights Cav, and then we've got Theodorix in the Gold-Free Arena. The most tanky one of the Magma Worms. And the largest.
Yeah, let's go full screen with this Theodorix
Yeah,
here
I
if we
agree.
can.
Oh, whoops.
And he takes a big hit. Ooh, and he gets memed by a charge.
Fucking damn it, Mann, zweite Phase und ich bin vor ihm.
He's not in the very best position here in that corner.
Kommt
Nice
nicht dahin,
stagger.
oder? Vor allem, wenn jetzt Feuer ist.
Definitely is not getting the head, not in there. And
Yeah,
Dino-
oh, he's really glitched. He's glitched. Dino gets it and is now making his way into capital,
Yep.
but he is third. You know, Gustav really might start to maybe this clause of night play. It does. It depends on the bosses, of course, but obviously, like also,
Ist auf der leiseren Seite? Ist
you
er?
can see how hard
Wenn alles ein bisschen
Stormhawk's
lauter.
falling off. I know it's Theodorix and he's literally a tank.
Literally.
Yeah, but like you can just see normally a +7 is gonna do a lot more damage than that.
For sure. This play could come in really clutch for Gustav by having that.
Yeah, it just depends what you get in the end, though. If you see, you know, a full-grown rock dog, right, Gustav is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yep. And then we will have Sirius here on the big screen again as he goes into the Morgott fight.
And Dino still has not even killed the Urger Avatar.
Ich
Nope.
habe gestern einmal ein bisschen gepracticed und hatte hier Radan P2.
Sirius has
Oh,
quite
funny.
the commanding lead on
Hab ich
Dino
auch
right
first
now.
tried.
Yeah, so
This
Sirius
very
is
likely
cooking.
could come down to the end game.
He's deathless, I think, to this point, or major, you know, areas deathless. And really,
der
Gustav
gerade
is not
gesagt.
too far behind because, again, I do believe Gustav is probably about 60 seconds behind IGT due to that early crash. Horalu, Warrior,
Immediately.
quit out. Yeah, so once he doesn't do damage to you until you get that slam. So you can just quit out and reset the fight
Yep.
if you want.
Especially how early it was that he got grabbed.
Yeah.
Auch keine Musik
It would have
an,
been in his best interest to do that.
I mean, it is slower though, so if you're just simply don't get hit, right? Turning up the music. He's jamming out, clearly.
Clearly.
But this is another boss, actually, where Claws of Night are going to be very effective. This guy doesn't even wear a shirt. Like, look how much blood's dripping off him already. You know
Yep.
he's weak to bleed.
Ja, ich bin ganz so greedy,
Ooh,
Mann.
that was a bit greedy on that other hit.
Yep.
And he's kind of in trouble at the moment.
Yeah, with
Good
Lou,
move, Fran.
man. Like, when you are greedy, you can just get in these it feels like a damn near infinite combo while you're fighting him. Right, where you just get
Alter, ich drück doch den Knopf.
Also, Gustav is now on Theodorix, and he did get memed by lava a little bit.
Aber es
We'll go
reicht.
ahead and go back to full screen. That way you can see both fights happening simultaneously. Gustav is really low on health there. And he's going to go down. Yep. He is unhappy about that.
Das kann nicht sein, dass das ein Kampf.
And
Yeah.
we get the Morgott down. Let's see what we get. Does he get a great rune? He
Okay,
does.
nice. Wenn jetzt noch einer kommt, dann wird Go Mode
And you can
einfach.
also get one from Melina as well.
Yep.
So this could be straight through.
Wenn Melina uns jetzt auch noch eine Great One gibt, sind wir im Go Mode. Was crazy wäre.
We'll stay big screen with him as he gets this Melina drop.
Malekith Dagger only, no items. Tröstet mich in 5 Minuten. Well. Das Schöne ist, du lernst den Fight dadurch richtig gut. Und Malekith wird zu einem der einfachsten Kämpfe im gesamten Spiel, wenn du ihn richtig kannst. Und auch zu einem der coolsten dann. Also den zu lernen ist immer... Es ist einfach
He
geil.
does not
toller
get
Boss.
another great rune, so he does
Wenn der jetzt nochmal
continue the
losrennen
search
würde,
for
ne?
the
Dann
fourth great rune.
fast.
And it
Probably
looks-
straight to Moog. Gustav is
he's
having
going
some
Rusty.
issues here.
Sprüht gerade alles
Oh,
voll.
he's going Rusty Key. He's using the scatter shot throw.
Ich kann nichts machen.
Theodorix is a bit like just due to his size, he fights very differently.
Yep.
It's a bit like Exax where you kind of need to practice it because it's just different. It's not too like at the end of the day, it's just a Magworm, so it's not too bad once you practice it. But like the just positioning and stuff in this game is so important, especially when you practice. And the positioning on this boss is very different.
Crazy.
One
Yeah,
more
niemals an den
really
Kopf
good
ran, ne?
bleed proc will get it quite low.
Yep, and he is out of FP, so he's no longer going to be doing this scatter shot throw, just relying on these R1s.
Yeah, that was... I'm just as shocked with that positioning of that attack
Yeah.
as he is. Alright, and so we will see Dino approaching, finally getting into actually the capital part. He will most likely end up doing the skip as well, is what I would think. And he chooses not to, okay. I know he has practiced that skip a lot.
By the way, Ginge, the your timer is you might want to reposition that.
Yep, thank you.
So he should go to Moog. No, instead he chooses to go to
He's going Volcano.
yeah. I think this might be, you know, Sirius is like he competed in Randomania Season 2, not Season 1, which is mainly DLC. And there are definitely some quirks to the even though it's a zero bias randomizer, there definitely are some quirks to it. Like we know Radon is a very valuable check. And as well as Moog. Gustav here fighting Horaloo seems very happy about it. Oh, he's chunking. Let's go. Can we go full screen with
Yep.
Gustav here?
Oh yeah, he's absolutely chunking the health away.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best possible bosses for Claws of Night. And Gustav here, I mean, the strafes, everything is... Well, I say that and he gets hit. But
Commentator curse.
it wouldn't be the first time. But, you know, Gustav is clearly knows... I'm going to stop talking. What he's doing here. I will continue to cry. I believe in you fully, Gustav. You got this.
The greed is definitely real with some of these, and he gets it.
That is part of Rando, though. It's
Boy,
like a
it's a
question of
tanky.
how greedy can you be without getting punished.
Then we
Right.
do have the Godskin
the
Death
guy
Knight.
Yeah,
On
we
the
got
screen
we
now.
got all the lightning axes
Uff, das wird hart.
going at each other.
Der ist auch noch blitzresistent,
Stormhawk
ne?
versus Death Knight twin axes.
Oh,
He's getting pieced up.
now him going to that rusty key check did help him out a lot here because he does now have +8 flasks thanks to the double
His
drop there.
flasks are juice.
Oh, ist der
Now
hart.
this is a boss though that I don't know Sirius's experience with. I don't believe this was a
Storage
boss
gegen
that
den
was in the
natürlich richtig
Randomania pool.
aufgeschmissen.
And it is a very tricky boss. The biggest thing here is you cannot get grabbed. For some reason, this guy's grab heals him like 50%.
Nice backstab.
Eigentlich mehr Schaden
Very
ohne
nice
Aufladen,
strafe there
eigentlich,
in the
weil's ja
backstab.
Bonusschaden ist.
And it looks like Gustav is also going to be joining him in Volcano Manor.
As together we will devour the very gods.
And that's a big stagger. While Dino is also approaching his boss fight now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, it
will
looks like it
stay
took
on
Sirius a-
Volcano for the moment.
Yeah. Looks like it may have taken Sirius a minute to get his bearings on this fight, but he's locked in and is performing quite well.
Yes. And Gustav not going Volcano. He is actually doing the imbued key check in Academy.
Yep.
Oh, er meint so ernst.
One more R1 will do it.
Does he get a great rune?
Let's
He
see.
does not. Let's go ahead
But-
and move
All right,
in
the
on-
question is now, it's the age-old question, Rykard or Tanith? Tanith is easier, but Tanith is only one check. Rykard, you gotta fight something, but it is a double check.
Yep.
So higher probability at Rykard, but Tanith is overall faster if you get a Great Rune. Or like assuming both have a Great Rune, right? You'd rather check Tanith if you only need one.
Yep. And it does look like he is continuing to do one of those checks instead of going to Moog's. He may have forgotten that he found the Moog medallion. Dundee! And you can see Dino's boss experience really coming into play here with the Adorix.
Yeah, on some of these minor bosses, Dino is gonna know them really well.
And then Gustav will be entering the fight as well here shortly. While Sirius's pivotal decision is coming up. Does he go left to Tanith or does he continue forward and go to Rykard? Your bet on AI is still good? We'll see, Hammer. We will see.
Also, I did just see, so it looked like Sirius is at 105, like 12 or something. So it appears Sirius is about 30 seconds.
Yep, he just fixed his life
Ahead,
split time, but
yeah.
it is still
Yeah, okay,
paused.
perfect.
No, it is continuing. Okay.
Yep.
And he does
I
choose
actually
Tanith.
I don't know if Sirius has died yet, actually. I mean, not a major death.
I don't believe. I mean, he has to get to Volcano, but he
Yeah.
does not have Stone Sword keys, so that is a
All right.
15-second time waste.
Well, I mean, that's decision made for you. You're going Rykard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we do have double boss fights on the screen now. We've got Horaloo with Dino, and we've got the Death Knight with Gustav.
Yeah. Now, if you ever need Stone Sword keys, in a rando, Volcano or not Volcano, Twin Maiden Husk will always sell 3, just
Yep.
like they do in base game.
Yep. And it looks like we've got Eek Sykes. So we've got triple bosses on the screen. This is actually the first time today that
Yeah.
we've had this. So
Boss fight.
Nearing the end of the boss fight on Sirius's screen, though, we will go ahead and go to big screen on him if the other two are for some reason not finished yet. Just to see if he does get Great Rune there. Dino gets grabbed and almost dies to Horaloo.
He's a lucky boy.
Lucky boy that he got the scream there.
Yeah. I mean, Dino's a Smash player. He should know you got to avoid the grabs. It's rule 1 of Elden Ring and Smash.
Yep. Yes, so all three of them are through. Well, Dino's almost through. Gustav and
Yep.
Sirius have finished.
Yeah, so for anyone who's just joining us, currently
Dino
Sirius and Gustav.
dies!
No!
One hit away and he dies, and he is so upset
Yeah.
right now. He's smiling, but I
So-
can tell you he is upset. And Gustav also dies.
Yeah,
we
so
will
just to
go
give an
big
update
screen.
right now, Sirius and
Der schwach gegen
Gustav are
Blitz.
both on 3 Great Runes looking on for their 4th.
Macht er enorm viel mehr
Dino is
Schaden
on
mit
2, but once he kills
Dingens.
Morgott, he will get his 3rd.
So, if you just noticed there,
Digga,
Sirius
hit him!
completely whiffed on that entire Ash of War right between Ixek's massive thigh gap.
Yep.
And
He is
we-
going to be rotted here going into phase 2.
Oh mein Gott, ich krieg einen langen
Interesting
zweiten
fight
Hab ich
for
das
stage
Gefühl,
2
was
here.
ins Skalpell zu heilen?
I hate this.
And he
That's
does not have any boluses to cure his rot, so he is in a very
Yeah.
tough situation here. He does have 7 + 8 flasks, so it's not absolutely
Yeah.
atrocious for him, but this could be very tough for him.
He did do a good play, though, of drawing the Misbegotten away, so that way when the Crucible Knight activates, it does not just,
Bienenrücken!
immediately come and destroy
Extra
you.
Rücken ist
Yep.
sogar besser gegen den.
Now, getting the backstab here instead of the regular post is pretty
Boah, er kommt einmal durchgerannt.
unfortunate. Okay, he does greet it and get it.
So we will go ahead and just stay on this screen while Sirius finishes up his fight. He is getting a little bit low on his health here. This could get a bit dangerous if he does
Yeah,
get smacked.
he needs to be
Iron.
mindful. Like, the rot isn't going to kill you, but it can, like, while you're focused up, drain your health down, and then, you're at too low health while you don't realize it, and you take one hit
it's
when you
auf jeden Fall
think you
auch
should have
gut weh.
survived, and then you die.
Yep. And him being right card replacement, he will hit like a truck.
And if he does go down, he'll have to fight phase 1 all over again.
Yep. Oh, and he gets smacked by the shield. That is rough.
Wow, I thought he strafed that. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, I thought he had that strafe as well. Dino's looking a little bit rough on health.
Helios, or not Helios,
he kann man
Sirius is
noch
getting
wenden.
low on health too. He's going to be down to 2 flasks after this heal. Needs to be careful.
It's going to get a bit sketchy here. He's got 1 flask left now.
Yep. And will constantly be taking damage due to rot.
Gets the strafe. 1 more charge heavy should do it.
Yep.
Du hast echt gleich abgelaufen.
And he gets it. Does he get a great rune?
That is the
He
question.
does not.
Wenn
He
Kenneth
now
hat's.
has to
Nee,
either
ich
go to
drücke mich,
Moog
wenn's
or go
Kenneth hat's.
underground. He's actually going to do the Tanith check now. So he's going to buy his Stone Sword
Yeah.
keys and go there. So we will go ahead and go full screen on Gustav.
Now Dino could retake the lead here with Moog.
Yep.
If he goes straight back to Moog.
He looks like sewer mode, maybe?
Ich hab keine Ahnung, Mann.
Or he's doing the setup rolled play because you get some item checks
You're
along
right.
the way and you have to do it eventually, right?
Mit dem
Yeah,
anderen?
right,
So-
that is what
Klar,
he's
ne?
doing.
Aber der
Yeah. So you just run to rolled, you set up the elevator. You technically lose a few seconds, right? Because you have to get the grace and whatnot, but like it's very marginal. And you do get item checks along the way, so you could get upgrade stones.
Meine
Yep.
Schuld, meine Schuld.
Also, if you have Zoomer Brain like Helios, it does break up the boring running section.
That is true. Gustav has been struggling a little bit with this Death Knight.
And I don't blame him. This Death Knight is a very, fickle beast.
For sure. He
Ah, ich
should
viel zu
get
sehr
it
von
here,
dir
though.
verarschen lassen.
Yep, there he goes. He gets it. And now he has the very pivotal decision. Do you go Tanith
nicht
or
mal
do you go
Blumen
Rykard?
komplett.
And the question is, does he have the Stone Sword keys to be able to do Tanith now, or does he have to go and do Rykard first?
Quick
as well?
starten, Mann.
And Sirius is now making his way to Tanith. He bought the Stone Sword keys and is making his way down now. That was a very risky jump. I've not seen that one. And he chooses to take the damage over playing it a little bit safer.
Yeah, I prefer to take it safer on Rando just because you never know what's down there.
Yep.
And if you get grabbed or something.
Yep. All right, so we will go full screen here with Sirius as he picks up potentially his final Great Rune. Now, it will not show gold here, but it could still have the Great Rune. And it does. So he is now the first on his way to mountaintops.
Yeah, this is a big lead for Sirius.
Very big lead for Sirius.
Especially because he's proven to be the best at these boss fights coming through, right? So it's going to be a lot of ground for Dino to make up here.
For sure. Dino is in a very tough
And, you know,
position, but I
Gustav
would
could
not
be,
count
if
him out.
Gustav goes Tanith here, Gustav will be right on his tail.
Yep. And Gustav does pick up a preserving bolus, so if for some reason he gets rotted, he will have one chance to get rid of it, unlike Sirius. And he does choose Rykard.
A good call.
Now, I don't know if
Or
he
a bad
chose
call.
Rykard
Bad
because
call.
he
That's a
doesn't
bad
have...
call.
Yeah, it is a bad call, but he may
Yeah.
have been forced into the call if he does not have the Stone Sword keys. So...
Yep.
Now, he will shred Ixix with his bleed weapon. He will have a bit of a problem with the Crucible Knight. And now, do not be fooled, guys. Dino is on his way to the road lift, but he is not ahead. He is still missing one Great Rune.
Yeah, and we go full screen with Gustav here so we can see his Redan fight. He gets destroyed there by the Fire Breath, or the Rot Breath, whatever you want to call it.
was ist die Chat?
Ooh, his damage with that Ash of War is
Soll ich jetzt mal
really
ausweichen?
not bad at all. Now, he did get a bleed there, but still.
Ich wusste nicht, was gerade passiert, ne?
And this
That's
is
just my
bad.
aim.
Here's where he gets rotted, but he does have that one preserving bolus. Yeah, his damage is quite good against Ixix with these claws. But again, his trouble is in the stage too.
Yeah, stage 2 is the harder part of this fight for sure. Especially because, you know, he
Look
still
out.
has plenty of flasks, 7 plus 6 flasks, but his flasks are slightly worse than Sirius's was.
Yep.
And it's going to be harder for him to get that crucial stagger on the Misbegotten with the claws.
Juckt ihn nicht, dachte ich mir.
Oh,
So
and he
Dino now
takes
is
big
going
hits.
back
That's
to
what Nick's chat.
Moog. Oh, he's getting pieced up.
Ja, das Problem von kleinen Waffen,
Got a
ne?
little bit of a break there, but the Crucible Knight has
ist er jetzt
joined
schon?
the
Yeah,
fight.
and he's walking kind of, I guess, kind of away for it. This is very bad. You normally want to try to melt the Leonine before the Crucible gets involved. Also, Dino here going back in to fight Mesmer.
Yep, so we will go ahead and go back to full screen. If Dino does get lucky and get a Great Rune here, he is back on par with Sirius, depending on how quickly
Yeah.
he can kill Mesmer.
Also, Gustav, very nicely done, does recover and get that Misbegotten down before the Crucible Knight gets involved. So now it's just a 1v1 with the Crucible Knight.
And his damage is a lot better than I thought it would be against this Crucible Knight.
Yeah. No bleed, though, because they don't bleed for some reason.
Yep.
I don't know. Kind of weird. Now, Dino's damage does not
Oh.
look any significantly better than it was the last time. Oh,
Sirius
Black
getting-
Knife!
Oh, and he goes back on his horse. He's going to get blasted again.
Quit out, quit out,
And
quit
there
out,
it goes,
quit
the
out!
blast again. He goes
Quit
back
out.
on the horse. It's bad to get on
Sirius.
your horse. She's gonna do it again. You cannot dodge that attack
Yeah.
when you're on your horse. I think he might be far enough away. He got really lucky there.
Oh no, and Dino just died.
Oh, Dino, no.
Gustav, one more R1. Gustav gets it, but he's gonna be sorely disappointed.
And Gustav decides to not go Tanith. He is not going Stone Sword Keys.
Ah, unfortunate. He may not know about the Tanith check. Like some people just don't.
And now
Think about
there is
Yeah.
a full resource page where all the checks are, so that is
Yeah.
on him for not.
Yeah, I
Sadly
mean,
not
obviously,
knowing that check.
he
Yep.
should know it, but I will say, maybe it just like slipped his mind too. It's definitely the most forgotten check,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I think most people like afterwards when you say like you skipped Tanith and it was a great run, they're like, oh, of course, right? But like it's very easy to forget about in the moment. Dino's gotta get this done and make a play here.
He is taking a lot of hits here.
Yeah, I know Dino did a DLC run with like a level 1 character,
Oh,
but
and he
I
goes
do
down
believe it's
again.
been a while. Yeah, man. I think Dino realizes it's starting to slip away a little bit.
Yep.
And Sirius just gets a Somber 9. I don't know if he has the 8 yet.
It looks like Gustav will be doing the Dectus check.
Rykard did not have the Great Rune, but Tanith did. So right now, Dino and Gustav are still on 3 looking for 4. And Sirius just has to finish. If he, doesn't die here, he will win.
Yep.
And a very impressive performance here from Sirius.
Sirius again has not died other than the skip, like the death to get to Volcano Manor. So we will actually go back to main screen here as he approaches the Fire Giant fight.
Yeah, I mean, Sirius is especially if he gets his checks under, like if he figures out like the more meta routes, like his execution is top notch. He's a very dangerous player.
For sure. And we do have Fire Drake.
Adula? Or
it is the Drake in the DLC.
Oh, it's a DLC Drake. Sorry, it looked dark like a Smaragd. Pretty tanky. Also, a horrific weapon for this.
Yep. And you will again start seeing the Stormhawk damage just really falling off here as we approach the end game. You can see it with Dino on his screen. His damage, he does have a +7, and it is just tickling.
Yeah,
Mesmer.
and I think
it does have yellow on R1s, but still.
Yeah. I think Sirius is also at a +7.
Ooh, Dino picks a bad time to heal and gets smacked by a big attack.
Yeah. He gets 12 inches of Mesmer right to the face.
Yep.
Sirius is doing very well against this Drake, though.
I think we will go ahead and go big screen on Sirius for a moment. As Dino struggles with Mesmer, but hopefully can get it this turn.
Well, I was going to say I think Sirius is up his hit list, and then he just got hit.
Wo haust du denn hin? Ich bin doch ganz anders. Ich meine, geil, dass du daneben einfach haust, aber der Junge braucht eine Brille. Was soll ich euch sagen?
Luckily, the Fire Drakes really only have one extra attack as to normal dragons, so if you know the dragon fights, it's just your typical dragon fight for the most part. Alright, and he gets stage 1 down. What is stage 2? Renala stage 1.
Field trip!
Field trip to the mountains.
Now, is Sirius going to break my record on this seed?
I am going to mute my mic for just a few seconds, you guys. Or we will stay big screen.
Weil ich sie nicht. Ach, da hinten.
No, I don't think 15 minutes is doable from here. You're not muted. You're not muted. You're not. Oh, wait. Never mind. I can hear you in Discord. You are muted. I'm hearing you in Discord. Anyways.
Gut, der hat zugehauen.
Sirius doing very well here against the kiddos in Renala. And Dino really is still struggling here on Mesmer, and you can just see the pain on his face, man. Oh, he's angry. I don't think I've ever seen Dino this frustrated here.
Okay, easy
And
enough.
nicely done there, Sirius. Sirius takes it out. He's on to Ferrum. Massive lead for Sirius. Going to Ferrum before either other player even gets into
Skate nur
Gets 4
10
great runs.
Stärke? Ich
And I
dachte
am
besser.
back.
Gustav choosing to go underground. Also, sorry about that, Ginger. I forgot I could hear you through Discord, so I was like, I can hear you.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Yet Sirius is on his way to Ferrum now, so this is very good for him. He has a very
Yeah, I
demanding
mean,
lead at the moment.
Sirius has very impressive performance from Sirius as well. That I like the execution on the boss is like, it looked like this was gonna be a speedrun seed at the start, considering how you only put nightcaps in here, Ginger.
I did not choose the bosses, okay?
Okay, whatever you say. But the skill check between Horolu, we saw a death from Gustav on the Death Knight and the Magmorn. Meanwhile, Sirius has just been consistent and chugging away, and fantastic performance from him.
Dino really needs to fully lock in on this fight and just pray that it does have a great rune.
Yeah, if he does not have a great one here, he's cooked. And also, like, I mean, Moog is very valuable, but if you do fail on it a few times, it's probably better to go Volcano Manor.
Yep.
Right?
And we will see double boss fights on the screen here as Gustav approaches the Mimic tier, and it is the Stone Golem.
I mean, Sirius has just gotten a lead by chipping away. Like, as it's possible Sirius died to like a graveyard or something, but in terms of like, I cannot remember a single significant death from Sirius throughout the entire run.
We will go full screen in hopes
Yeah.
that Gustav can find a great rune here.
Yep.
And he does not. All right,
No.
big screen on Dino as he is approaching the end of Mesmer's health bar. Takes a big hit there, and another one.
Eek.
He has no more health flasks left, but Mesmer is very close to death here.
Yeah. They're both at their wits' end. Two warriors, having fought it out long and hard. That sounded weird.
Two more hits, and Dino will have this boss down.
Yeah, but 2 more hits, and Mesmer will have Dino down.
And-
1 more hit.
Oh, and he gets it. Does he get the Great Rune? He does.
Oh my!
That is really good for him. He is quite a ways behind Sirius, but we will see
2 thumbs
how.
down from Dino. He's not happy.
He is not happy. It did take a lot longer than I would expect from him to beat that boss. My camera's being a little bit odd right now. I may have to try to reset it.
I'm sure everyone will cry without seeing your beautiful face, Ginger.
Yep. All right, we are going to go ahead and do that, and then do that, and hopefully.
But yeah, man, I mean, obviously there's still time for the Skishu, but
Yes.
What a performance it has been so far from Sirius, man.
This is really bad luck for Gustav here, choosing not to go to Tanith and just kind of really struggling on this last Great Rune.
Yeah, I think it mainly just comes down to experience here. Gustav has played really well today, actually, it must be said. But just picking kind of the suboptimal checks, not doing with Tanith, even though you've already gone through Noble. You typically like not going for Moog, because then you start to get into these individual checks, right? And it can be unlikely, or it just it's harder because you're going to the less valuable spots or the not the easiest ones. And it is just 4 great runes for mountaintops, and then you simply just need to finish the game. So all Sirius needs to do is finish any percent, kill any Elden Beast replacement, and he will win the match.
Yep, and he is fighting a Tree Sentinel here at Godskin Duo Arena.
Yeah, very good boss. At this point, Sirius might want to see easy bosses because I feel like to this point he has to know that he's been fast, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like obviously the only real mistake I can think that he made is just doing Rykard before Tanith, but
Yep.
you know.
Now, he did try to go Tanith first, but he did not have the Stone Sword keys, so he was
Yeah.
forced into the Rykard play.
Yeah, and second and third place do not matter. Yep.
Gustav going in here against Geru, who pretty much always starts the fight off with trying to lick you.
A little freaky.
It very. And I did see him do a little prayer, just a quick second prayer as he was entering the fog gate to Moose, hoping for that great rune check.
Sirius making quick work of Godskin Duo, so now a total of what, 7 bosses left for Sirius?
Yep, and does
3 two-phasers.
Gustav does get his 4th rune. So he
Very
is now
nicely
also
done.
on the way. That is a very interesting that we have seen the 4th Great Rune completely different. Everyone got the same 3 original, and then the 4th Great Rune for each player was different. So there was actually a lot of options here for the players to choose from. Great Rune wise.
Yeah, we've seen a total of 6 of the 7 available Great
Yep.
Runes. Now Gustav is pretty far behind here. He's gonna have a lot of ground to make up, running all the way from Avenue Balcony.
And we will see
Dino
Dino
gonna do
here fighting the
Dino
Drake.
will do his best to catch up, but you know, it must be said this is Sirius is to lose, right?
Yep. Sirius would have to have a serious skill issue to lose this.
But to be fair, though, he doesn't know that, right?
Yes. So he, as far as he knows, Dino could be ahead right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I mean, when you play really well, you kind of have a sixth sense that says, like, you know what, I'm cooking. Like, I have a good chance here.
But you never want to assume that you are ahead. 'Cause
Yeah.
that could come back to bite you in the butt.
Well, you know what they say about those who assume. It makes it an ass out of you and me.
Yes, sir.
Did I hate that again? Taking all the way back there.
Sirius looks like he is not going for the bird. I'm confused.
He might be looking for... No. He grabbed the item, and then now he's going bird skip. Yeah, he's still looking for item checks, so he's going to grab the chest here.
Trying to get the fast chest open, doesn't get it. Yeah, he's looking for that somber 8. He
does
has the
not find it
9.
there. Honestly, at this point, with him at a +7, he should be praying to get the bell bearing instead of focusing so much on checks like that slow chest there.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, though, because the Stormhawk damage is putrid.
It's abysmal. It has fallen
Yeah.
off massively like you predicted in the beginning of the run.
Oh, Gustav, Sirius is in trouble here. This guy, I don't know if he's going to shoot.
He misses
Oh,
the
fails
final
a
thing of
skip.
the bird
Oh, but he
skip.
does barely get the quit out. He's good. I was worried about the anytime there's a guy who can shoot projectiles here.
Yep.
It can be sketch.
30 minutes is more than enough time to beat the record.
Was
There he goes.
Anlauf?
He gets
Ja,
it
hab ich
the
ja
second
gehabt.
try. Nicely done.
Nicely done.
So mit Schw
Chinks.
Do I owe you a Coke?
Depends what type of Coke.
What do you like? Do you like cherry Coke, vanilla Coke, regular Coke?
Vanilla.
I like vanilla as well. Vanilla is very good.
Vanilla Coke's so good. Anytime someplace has vanilla Coke, I'm like, I normally try to stay away from like non-diet soda, but like anytime I see vanilla Coke, I have to get it. It's so good.
I agree, Saitari. He would have to have a serious challenge in these fights.
Yeah.
To lose his lead.
Or probably some serious challenges.
Haha.
We're so funny.
We are hilarious.
Yeah.
Tundra thinks so. All right, and we will
No,
be
no.
going full screen here with Sirius as he approaches the
Wollte ich
Malekith
noch mal
fight.
eben.
He does
Weil
have
von
2
+7
more
auf
item
+10 ist schon
pickups
ein
and an
Riesenunterschied.
enemy kill for hopes of that Somber 8.
Über hier liegen. Maybe.
No luck there, but the enemy is easy to kill, so
9.
I think he's really going for the Somber 8, but I kind of feel like at some point you just gotta.
yeah,
accept your
at
fate.
this point he's got to accept his fate and just think
Yeah.
that
Wenn das
he's...
cursed ist, bin ich pissed.
Now,
Because Dino is making up ground. It's a spawner.
Der wird
It
nicht
is
viel
an
Spaß haben
Onyx
mit mir,
Lord
weil ich den
here.
einfach Microstagger die ganze Zeit.
Ah, that's easy.
especially with Stormhawk Axe, you can basically get it into a stagger loop here. He gets the first stagger.
You know, this boss would be pretty interesting if he didn't have less poise than my grandmother.
Yeah. Oh, but he does get
Like-
tagged by the backswing on that attack. And he
Like
gets
the
another
Onyx Lord.
stagger.
The Onyx Lord
Solche
needs life
Bosses
alert.
Sommer
His
gekackt.
health, he's fallen,
Geht geil
and
einfach
he
nur.
cannot get
He
up.
Einfach nur
cannot.
geil.
And there he goes. Stage 1 down. Stage 2 is... Okay,
Mann,
Red
nee,
Bear.
Alter.
Oh, this Red Bear.
Das ist wiederum
I
Sacktat.
heard you before it came through. When I heard Red Bear, I thought you meant the actual bear, not
Gotcha.
this
the
bastard.
NPC
Yeah.
Red Bear. Again, not bad here for Sirius in terms of the bosses not being super difficult.
This
Now,
guy can be a menace.
Red
though,
Bear
but he
can
has,
be. He could
Yeah.
use the Ash War and get him into a bit of a stagger, like a bit of a lock. But Red Bear does, I believe, have a heal.
Yep.
I believe this is the first time we have seen Sirius have to play a boss fight safely.
He did on Crystal Knight.
Digga,
On
ich treff
Crystal
ihn
Knight
nicht.
Misbegotten Warrior do or Misbegotten Warrior
Yeah,
duo.
you're right.
Yeah. Oh, the roar of Regula. I think
Yup.
it is Regula.
Regula, I think. Regula?
Roar of Riri.
So we do have Dino approaching his Godskin duo fight, and Gustav is approaching the Fire Giant fight. Gustav does find the 9.
Oh, there was a 9 right there.
Yeah. Sirius is having some trouble with this fight here.
I mean, he's taking it slow. But yeah, I mean, this guy
he has
sucks.
been getting tagged a lot, though.
Yeah, he has a lot of heals though.
Wohin, Bo? Come
He is
back!
backstepping all the way.
Jump on it. Jump on it.
All right, so we will go duo screen here again as Dino approaches his fight and Gustav approaches his. So we do
Yeah.
again have a triple boss fight on the screen. But Sirius is finishing up his fight.
One more R1.
And there he goes, Ashen
Yeah.
Capital.
Big lead for Sirius here.
If Dino plays this super aggressively and gets really lucky with some of the attacks, he could make up a little bit of time, but he is still quite a ways behind.
Yep, and no bell bearing, so Sirius is gonna have to finish this run with a Somber 7 unless he finds it in like the 2 item pickups in Ashen.
Hi, Lanterns. How are you? Dino making quick work of this tree sentinel. And he has it down. Dino we will probably see him skipping graces from this point on.
Yeah, he knows he's behind.
Yep, he does like to do that behind or not though.
Yeah, also Gustav is chunking this Fire Drake.
Yeah, he is. Here, we'll go ahead and go a big screen on Gustav.
Yep.
But we will switch it
Oh,
back to Sirius here in a second
Sirius.
as he approaches the or the Gideon fight.
Wir haben jetzt ein Grüppchen, was abgespalten ist. Das ist immer scheiße bei ihr, finde ich.
Tippen sollen.
And it looked like Sirius just equipped
Mit der
the
Weapon
Alexander Warrior Shard.
Oh, looks like he must have got it from that one item pickup there. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, nee, Alter.
Regulia, the red bear.
Das ist richtig scheiße.
Actually,
I love
this
these
time.
guys. He winces in pain. He might not know this fight very well.
Oh, ja, der ist Tonky.
I
And
actually
this
really
is
enjoy these
Ralva,
guys.
Sorry,
Ralva.
Ralva. And he takes a big hit. That damage on
Yeah.
this bear is massive. And he takes another hit, but that one did not deal nearly as much damage as the claw attack.
Yeah, that
Um,
claw attack's nasty.
Especially,
you
especially in stage 2, the claw attacks, they get like a wind effect
Angriff,
to
ne?
them. You will get absolutely destroyed if you get hit by the first attack on there. You will die.
Yeah. You don't want to stay out in front of it. You kind of want to stay in his grundle
Yep.
or behind the butt.
Oh mein Gott, ich kenn
He is
Schade,
taking a
das ist
lot of hits here, so
Yeah.
who's noticing the wince? I believe that he called it, that he doesn't really know this fight that well.
Right, if I play serious, can you make sure all the red bears are in the seed? Thank you. I'll send you PayPal.
And so Gustav did finish up his fire giant fight and is
Yeah.
also heading to Ferrum now.
All right, so Sirius needs to be careful here now. I know I said to stay behind the booty,
Yeah, it's
but
coming
once he
back.
gets to about 60%, you need to be watching out for that massive roar.
Yep.
In which case, the
This one.
booty is
Oh, no. Now he's
incredibly
going to do the roar.
dangerous. Yeah, he's in roar range.
He does. It does look like he knows about the roar, so
5 Tränke
he
noch,
got
Alter.
out of there in time.
Yep. Very
And
nicely done.
That roar does massive damage.
Yeah.
He
Digga, der Angriff, ne?
keeps
Ich schwör's
getting
euch,
hit by
der ist
that claw
Bullshit.
attack.
Yeah, the problem is it's a bit like the Moog Blood Flame, right? It depends on positioning, but if you're farther away, you don't roll the actual claw, you roll after it.
Yep.
If you're up close, then you roll the claw.
He did get lucky there with the roll that time. He just got it
Yeah.
slightly not too early.
Yeah.
Natürlich liegst du aus.
It's like he's figuring out the timing there. Fortunately, cannot get the riposte because this bear is pressed up against the side of the arena.
Oh, and he takes another massive hit. He could die here. He dies!
Das kann nicht
his
sein!
first death
Ich war
this
mitten
game.
in der
And
Dodge-Rolle!
Dino now is
Alter, ich hätte was safe.
entering Malekith.
Okay. Well,
And the
hopefully
big
this
test here is how does
Yeah,
Dino
this-
do
this-
against the Red Bear NPC?
Yeah, like it's not like it's still
We're gonna keep it on
it's
big
still
screen.
it's still serious as to lose,
Mhm.
but opening the door just slightly for Dino,
Yep.
right?
He has cracked open the door a little bit now. He
Yeah,
takes
and we
a
can see-
massive hit right off the beginning
Yeah.
of the fight. And another, he is not doing good on this fight, sadly. Hooser, you called it perfectly when you noticed that he winced as he went into the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he's really strong at main bosses, but particularly like these side bosses that are from the DLC, I don't know how much he's practiced them, right?
Yep.
Side bosses from base game, it's been 2 years. He's incredibly cracked at the game. I know he has practice with them, but like, I mean, these side bosses from the DLC, they've been out for what, 6 months? You're competing in a competition with only main game bosses, and I know that he trained a lot for that.
And Dino is definitely taking this NPC fight a little bit more aggressively than what
Yeah.
Sirius did. He does have
Well, I
to be
think
careful, though, because those claws do build up bleed very fast.
Yeah, I think Dino just knows that he's up against it, right?
Yep. I think he realizes it, considering how long it did take him to do the Mesmer fight. I think he does know he's
Yeah.
behind.
And especially because Sirius, right? Like you
We'll go big screen
you didn't
here,
know
Sirius.
as much about Sirius, but you did know like, okay, he's a very good at the game. Like where you're gonna make up time with him is just like against him is just knowing the meta and knowing the checks, right?
Yep.
In like what graces to get, what graces to not get.
And Sirius is about to get it. There he... Oh! He's one hit away. There he goes.
Yep, nicely done.
We'll
Alright,
go
we can check back
big
in with
screen.
Dino
Yep.
now. Dino needs to hope for another red bear.
On the screen.
And Gustav is approaching the Godskin duo fight now, so he is on the trail a little
Yeah.
bit. Sadly for
Yeah, I
Gustav,
mean, if
he is
there's
quite a
something
ways behind.
horrific here, like, you know, Consort Radon into something else, it could leave the door open for Gustav to get a shot here.
Yep.
He like jumped up in the R1.
Dino having some trouble. The extra aggressiveness is sadly not paying off for him here. And, oh, he almost goes
Oh,
down.
Dino!
He is low on flask. He's
Yeah.
got one left.
Also, I do want to say here, just I know Gustav is a little bit behind. We haven't been talking about him as much, but he's played a fantastic race. The problem was he forgot about the Tanith check and just lost a lot of time there. His play's been incredibly impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the you know, the unfortunate reality, randomizer, it's a fickle beast, right? And he just didn't have the correct checks.
And it looks like we've
Das
got the
produzieren
Nox
jetzt
duo
extra
as stage 1 Godfrey.
Not bad.
And Dino does get his boss down as Gustav
Yep.
finishes his as well.
Sirius is getting tagged here.
Yeah, he's getting tagged
The
a
Nox
lot.
duo is currently hitless.
They don't have a lot of health, but they are chunking his health away.
Yeah, they're glass cannons.
He does need to be careful here because he has no idea what stage 2 is, and it could be something really difficult that he's going to need his flask for.
Stop running!
It is memeing him with the backsteps right now. He gets the first one down, but he is only he's only got 7 flasks left.
Oh, ist das nervig.
We'll see how Dino can do here on the Big Red Bear.
Yep.
If he first tries it, this is huge for him. All right, stage 2. What do we got? Another duo
Nein, ich
fight.
hab meine
This time the
Effekte nicht mehr
Adductors,
an.
but he does have lightning, which
Oh,
they are
the
weak to.
Stormhawk here is so clutch, though.
Yep.
Oh, damage ist so crazy, aber nur weil meine... And he's very lucky because the wheel one is just chilling. He's like, "Ah, you're beating up my friend. No problem. I'll watch."
Yeah, he got really lucky there with that.
Ja.
For sure.
Ich hab sogar noch Mana für einmal. Okay. Doppelt Duos, by the way.
And that is a huge stagger.
Yeah,
So,
if you hit them, I think it's
insane.
5 times with lightning, they auto stagger.
Dino gets memed, but gets the stagger as well.
He somehow also did 3 damage to the boss. I'm not sure how that's possible, but he did.
We will go ahead and go back to full screen here with Sirius as he
Yeah,
approaches the
Sirius.
final boss fight.
This is for the win.
Yep.
We
Oh,
will
that's
we will
awesome.
have to consult the times, but Sirius is definitely far
46.
enough ahead that if he
Hätte so
gets
schnell
this
sein
first
können.
try, this will guaranteed be the win.
Yep.
Nee, Eska.
Esker. This could... Oh, he takes the dogs out pretty fast, so the dogs are no longer
Yeah.
an issue. But Esger himself hits a lot harder than you would expect him to, especially here in the late game.
Yeah. Not great. But not horrible either.
Kannst du auch mal den Scheiß zu spammen?
I mean, if you're in this spot and you're serious, you just want like Rick into...
And
a
it looks
duelist
like
or
Dino
something,
does take the red bear down first try.
Yep. Sirius
Ooh.
gets bleed proc there.
Digga,
Oh.
was ist denn mit ihm?
Yeah, the
Got
swarm
caught
of
in a
flies
blunder.
is annoying.
Yeah, it's just annoying. It doesn't do that much damage, but the bleed procs.
Yep.
Jetzt weiß der NPC.
Esger does go down though.
Wirklich?
Let's see
Alright,
what
what do
phase
we
2
got?
is.
Ist okay, aber kannst halt auch nicht immer machen.
You will have bonus damage with the lightning.
Fire Giant phase 1.
Im
This
Wasser
should be
wiederum
chill.
mit Storm-X ist eigentlich
Like, it
okay.
sucks, but
He's gonna hit like a
should
truck,
be, yeah.
but I think everybody here
Yeah.
should know the fight well enough to not really have any issues with
Yeah.
it.
And he's gonna have bonus damage because he is standing in water.
Yep.
And actually will be more resistant to the fire for the same reason.
Does not get the stagger.
Nope.
Dino
Ich
now
hab gedacht, dass
entering
man
the
den Tower fixen
Godfrey
kann, wenn wir das
fight,
glauben.
while Gustav is entering second phase Malekith.
Yep. Wonder how these claws do on the red bear. NPC.
Was hat mehr Schaden? Ja. Wenn du Blitz
Oh,
hast,
versus
macht
Claws.
Wasser 50% mehr Schaden. Und mein Schaden ist trotzdem echt nicht geil.
Asher War is going to be
Deshalb ist das
hard
sehr
to get off
überraschend.
against him.
Oder funktioniert es ja beim Elden Beast anders? Eigentlich nicht, oder?
Yeah, he's backing up a lot.
Aber ist jetzt auch egal, weil jetzt ist vorbei. Ich hab keinen
Dino
Mana
gets
mehr.
hit hard there by this
Ooh,
Nox duo.
alles
as
fast
does
benutzt.
Sirius. One stomp, half his health.
You know, if Sirius goes down here, this could get real close.
It very could, very likely could. He gets lucky with the fire there and misses
How did
all
he
of them.
not get hit by the fire?
Very lucky there. He gets a big stagger. This is huge for him.
He is out of FP though, so he'll not be able to get the Ash of War off again. It's like he's down to 30 to 40%.
He does change his Alexander Warrior Shard to the
Oh,
Millicent's
gets hit by the
Prosthesis.
plate.
Oh, he gets hit by the fire.
Heals it off.
And that
Very-
is it. That's a huge stagger for the win there.
GG's. Letzte Fight? Ja, das ist der letzte Fight.
And that'll do it.
We will need to check Dino's time once he finishes the Abductor Virgin duo fight, but Sirius is already finished and he's ahead of Gustav. So Sirius should get the win. We will just collect his final time and compare that with Dino's time after he kills the Virgins here. But GG's to Sirius, man. A beautiful game. Only one really bad,
1,46,20.
only one like quote unquote bad death that I can think of
1,46,90.
against what is called the Red Bear. But yeah, fantastically done. We'll bring looks like Ginger had to run. We'll bring Gustav here in just a second, and we will undeafen and or Sirius in just a second. We'll undeafen him and everything. And yeah, what a match! Congrats to Sirius.
Very, very well done by Sirius
Yeah.
there.
Do you want to undeafen them?
Yeah, we will go ahead
Dino's
and undeafen.
behind.
He is behind? Okay.
Yeah.
Mach ich jetzt?
Dino's server muted also.
Soll ich Gustav sagen,
Alrighty,
durch?
guys.
Nee, nee,
That
nee,
is
nee.
it. Thank you guys for competing. Alrighty, guys.
GG's, guys. GG's.
Yo,
Sirius,
GG's.
Sirius,
Oh,
congratulations.
GG's.
Oh,
I know you were very
GG's.
close there.
Sirius,
Congratulations.
Oh. Dude,
Yeah.
I died one single time this entire race.
Yup.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
that
you
was
played
against
fantastically.
this stupid beer.
I saw
Yeah,
you
the-
wince the second you got into the fight. I was like, I don't know how well he knows this fight.
Yup. He called it
I-
perfectly that you were going to struggle on it.
Yeah, because I had no damage. It took forever to kill him. I had +7. Dude, I had +7 like after 20
Wow.
minutes, Somber +7, and then I
Yeah.
never found Somber 8 until the end.
Me too.
Yep. That
Yeah,
was
damn,
that
guys.
was a
As
very
well.
intense match to watch by all of you guys. You all played really well. And interesting note for you guys all, you all got a different fourth rune.
You know what happened to me? I would have been done
Yup,
so much
yup.
earlier.
Yeah, because
I went I went for Volcano Mana for Tenif, and I didn't have
Yeah.
the Stone Sword keys, so I pivoted to
Me too,
Rykard
me
instead of
too.
doing the.
Yeah.
And I did Rykard and then went to Tenef and Tenef at the rune.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that's such a time
Oh,
waste.
unfortunate, man.
And Dino actually did the fastest check because he went from Moog, which had a great rune, but it was Mesmer, and he had some issues there.
Yep.
Yeah, I
he did
died
struggle
400
a little
times to
bit.
Mesmer.
Damn, I was thinking about doing that because Moog is like a double check. But
Yeah.
if it's a long boss, especially with +7, you are there forever. And if Noble has a great one, you just lose time to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I searched for over half an hour for my fourth rune.
Yes, you did. You
Yeah.
were searching for quite a while. We were very shocked when you did not choose Tanith. Can you give us any information as to why you chose Underground over going to Tanith?
I had one Stone Sword key.
Roundtable does sell them. by the way.
Roundtable always
Always.
sells.
Yeah,
Stone Sword keys.
yeah, of course know that, but I thought, man, I don't know. It's as good as check as any, and maybe I found a second one
Yeah.
and then I go there.
Understandable. Understandable.
Yeah, because you played really well, Gustav. Just you know, got a
Thank
bit
you.
unlucky because like you were always within touching distance for that first half, right? And then just unfortunate with the
then
great
not.
rune.
Yep.
Damn.
Alright,
GG guys.
another question for you guys. Why did any of you guys think about choosing the Staff of the Avatar, the Rotten Staff?
I was thinking about
Nah.
it, but I already had
Yeah.
Stormog X. And in this format, Stormog X is just so strong because there's so many enemies
Yeah.
that get micro staggered from the weapon art. So I was like, okay, let's just.
Oh, you used you used that. Why didn't you
Yeah,
go for
yeah.
the Claws of Night?
Where were those?
Wait,
I saw him in
Kali.
a shot with Kale, I think, yeah.
Also,
Oh,
was
yeah, I didn't really check Kale because I had this dumb duo in my bag and they almost killed me actually there.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
also
Yeah, the Claws
the
of Night were amazing. I melted everything.
Yeah, that
did
makes
I not
sense.
see Dragon Scale Blade at the Liurnia Beach Merchant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the problem
not
with that
Beach
was-
Merchant.
It was
Wait.
just too expensive for me with the,
The
decks.
Lakeside Merchant, the
Yeah, the
one in
Lakeside
Liurnia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just couldn't afford the decks, and I wanted to fight
Yeah.
something.
gotcha.
There's no money.
What was your final time series? Like 147?
146.19.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
that,
GG's.
we had seen you check your time, Dino. So we knew
Yeah,
that you
I
were
saw
behind.
you open up right before.
figured, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have undeafened just you. But yeah. Guys, very, very well played by all of you. You all played extremely well. Serious. How do you feel winning your first match of the tournament so far?
Bro, I'm
And
sick and
moving
my
on
knee
to
hurts.
round
I
two?
want to go to bed.
Understandable. I know you were sick.
Yeah.
So either way,
GG, serious.
very well
really
done.
beautiful match.
Oh, yeah.
Execution
Bro,
wise.
you guys are
Yeah.
cruel, by the way, putting Team Bratwurst in one group.
It's how
Fuck-
it worked.
Fuck
it's
you
how
guys for that.
It's how the seeding worked.
Again, I did not
my
look at
goodness.
any bosses. I did not look at any great runes. I just randomized a
Yeah,
seed
yeah,
and I
yeah.
checked common crash locations, and so it was a complete surprise for
Yeah.
all of us on everything.
No, I mean,
I
that
mean-
you put Gustav and me, which are Team Bratwurst
Um,
and Randmania, in one
Yeah,
Yeah, we
group.
were teammates before, but it's all right.
Hey,
I'm happy.
So-
at least we didn't put you with Vacrash too, because then it would have been the battle for Germany.
Yeah.
between all
Yeah.
three of
So
you.
the logic behind that, I did not choose the matchups. Your placements chose the matchup. So, for instance, your group was 2, 6, and 7, and that equals to 15. And so each group has a combined total placement score of 15. And so that was just how it ended up working out.
Yeah, still fuck you, I guess. Okay. Okay, GG's, guys.
GG's.
Yeah,
Bye.
GG's
All
to
right,
everybody.
GG's.
You all played really well.
No, I
Uh,
didn't.
It was,
Thank
it was
and
fun
good
to see.
night.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Good
GG.
night.
Bye.
Ginger, thank you for having me on.
Of course. Hoosier, thank you for joining me. Your commentary, and this is my first time doing an actual commentary on something like this. So having you here as an experienced commentator really helped. So thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm happy to help. It was a pleasure commentating something that isn't the Bingy Bongy.
Yep.
And yeah, I gotta go get ready because we're doing Bingy Bongy commentary in an hour and 20, so I gotta go get ready for that.
for
And I'll
sure.
see you
Who
guys.
you commentating?
Aggro versus King Trizzy in the Rookie Rumble. It's a they've been. I don't think talking smack is necessarily the right word, but it's a rematch from the Bingo Club Open, and they're very excited to play it. So yeah.
Very nice.
Guys, huge shout out before they get out of here. Huge shout out to all of the racers, and to Hooser for helping out. You guys put on a darn good show. I hope that you guys know that. And yeah, so again, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to give you all a shout out, and then we are going to go ahead and raid out of here.
Und mit Mimi toxiken wir einfach.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Sollte hoffentlich nicht zu viel machen.
Man, everyone finished very well. Gustav
Nice.
is probably going to be just over 2 hours here.
Good
Very
damage,
impressive
good
times.
damage, good
Oh,
damage.
never mind, he just died. But very impressive times for everyone. Great showing.
Yeah, very good showing by everybody. We will see you guys in the week 2 matchups. These next couple matches will determine who you play against. I will keep you guys updated on that as well. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I am going to go ahead and hop on over to a different screen, and then we are going to raid out. So see you guys later. GG's and
you later.
goodbye. And then we are going over here to this screen as we set up our raid target. I hope that everybody in chat enjoyed those matches, that match, because that was a lot of fun to commentate. Seeing the different choices and what people did, that was a great first day. I'm very excited about that. I think it went very well. Again, I think the racers did a fantastic job. If you guys can, please go and give each of those racers a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. They worked very hard. A few of them stayed up really late and woke up really early to be here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for that. We are going to go ahead and I think I would raid Sirius, but he already ended his stream. So we are going to go ahead and raid Gustav because, well, I think he's going to probably be ending as well. So let's go ahead. If anyone has a suggestion on somebody to raid, by all means, throw it in the chat. Otherwise, we are going to find somebody in Elden Ring to raid out to. So let's see who is currently online. Gustav is still trying to finish up the seed. We could go ahead and raid him, but let's go ahead and try to potentially find somebody else. All right, I think I found as a raid target. I've not visited their stream before, but we will go ahead and go check them out. If you guys can pretty please copy the raid tag, I would greatly appreciate it. If you are not subbed, just copy the first part. And if you are subbed, go ahead and copy the rest of it. Let me go ahead. Where is mine? There it is. Oh, come on. And yeah, thank you again for everybody that showed up today. We will have another match. Let me double check on when it is. I believe it is this Saturday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you guys want to have another good match, this match will include Hooser, who is the number 1 in the seed right now. It will also include Helios, who was number 5, and Chris Crass, who is number 9. So that is going to be a very interesting, very good matchup. Hope you guys are going to be around for it. And yeah, we will go ahead and set up this raid. Give me just a moment to do that. Alrighty, guys. As always, thank you all so much for being here. I will be live again tomorrow. I may host practice Rando-Ring match where I myself will participate in. And then we will get some of the other racers to hopefully compete in it with us. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for another one. I love you all. Yes, Santora, thank you. That's actually a big thing. Guys, this is not exactly what you said, but guys, please go ahead, if you have not already, join the Zero Scratch Discord. If you guys want to compete in tournaments like this, I will be hosting tournaments like this. Not constantly, but at least once or twice a year. And we host them out of the Zero Scratch Discord. So if you guys want to keep up to date with that, if you want to learn how to rando race, you want to compete in bingo matches and anything like that, that is the best place to do it.